Yes, he did.
Did you bring your retribution? After the fruit. And Aboriginals call Aussies invaders and colonizers.
Yeah. Well, and so for week 2, you had to have a unit, a solo, and a beast. So to fit all of that in 50 points was one beast. Right, but if you put a second beast, you couldn't get a unit, and you had to have a unit. Ekaterina versus Agathon.
Well, I'll need to figure out someone if Brandon's not here by 6:30.
We got some stuff. We got the Resurgence League kit, so we got crap to talk about. We can fill airtime.
Don't feel airtime, just play.
Window cling. Resurrection, not resurgence. I thought I had to get 4 of these kits. I don't know. I'll also talk to Minot about it.
What are you streaming today?
Well, we might need an audible. There's 3 people standing here.
Yes.
Brandon is supposed to be here playing.
Brandon called me out and told me to bring an anti-infernals list so I can play my Vietnam PTSD game where he just agathons me to death. Yeah, Kato doesn't know what light warjacks are. So those are my lights.
Yeah, your lights are I'm a 19.
Exactly. Hey, they're speed 5, okay?
I mean, it's as good as my light.
So, if
His lights are basically dudes in big suits. So this is
I have that unit now.
Man of Wars. Yeah.
So if Brandon's not here by 6:30, or I don't get a good time from him coming up here soon, or just send him a text. I need someone to play. 15 minutes.
Someone to audible
I'm
in.
looking for someone to audible in to play 100 points into this nonsense.
100 points.
100 points.
Oh, that's 100.
Just 100.
That can be your backup.
Hello, hello, and welcome to Zero Camp. Good to see you all today. Welcome. Once again, a quick shout out. Thank you to Enchanted Grounds here in Littleton, Colorado, for letting us play and stream here every Wednesday at 6:15 in the p.m. in the mountain. So again, welcome to all you viewers. If you are watching us live on Twitch, or if you are watching us later on Twitch or on YouTube, thanks for joining us. Hit that like, subscribe, and get those games. Let us know what content you'd like to see so that we can make more of that. Today, we have a 100-point game. We might have to audible here, but we are getting going here with a 100-point game. And your mic is on, sir.
I know. Yes.
Sweet. So yeah, we're supposed to be having Agathon versus Ekaterina coming up here at 100 points, but our Agathon player is not here yet. So if they don't get here in the next like 10-15 minutes, we're gonna audible and swing in another player. But in the meantime, we have
a few announcements to make, and we have a Resurrection League box we can talk about. So, announcement number 1. We are going to Gen Con. Actually, that is just over 2 weeks away.
Woo!
So, plan is to be at Gen Con. It's to talk with folks. I will be there in person. I'm playing a 50-point, in the Summer of Plunder. So, for those of you that are there, awesome. I hope to meet you. We will have some stuff to hand out a little bit. Just hoping to interact with the community, have a good time, and hopefully show off some new Warmachine stuff. I believe the plan is Magnus and Invictus are going to be sold at Gen Con.
Yes, which is awesome.
And then announcement number 2.
This is a big one.
This is a really big one. We can officially talk about it because it is now officially. We will be recording the games at Warfare Weekend for the Last Chance qualifiers, as well as for the Iron Gauntlet, and getting those out there on the internet for people to watch. We are officially a sponsor of Warfare Weekend in doing this, so we are looking forward to that coming early November.
Yes, November 3rd, I believe that weekend is.
So big shout out to Gonzo for running that, and we're looking forward to it and talking with everyone and watching some games and commenting on them.
Yeah, so that's first week in November. Gen Con is 2 weekends away. Other local events, we got Tacticon coming up first weekend in August, I believe it is. No,
No, I think
That's
it's.
not
I can't. Yeah, it is the first weekend. No, it's the first weekend in.
September?
It is August, I believe.
August
I'm-
17th or 27th.
For our Tacticon folks
looking it
watching,
up.
we're sorry.
Yes. I just don't have it off the top of my head.
While there are not a lot of Warmachine events, it is definitely cool. Definitely go check it out. Tacticon Denver has always been a good time in the past. It is. We're really good at this. August 24th through 27th.
So I was off by a week.
It's okay. So August 24th through 27th, we have got Tacticon here in Colorado. We're hoping to do some stuff with that. But in the meantime, while we are still waiting for our player, let's talk about that Resurrection League box that showed up.
Absolutely, and those that are not familiar with that is kind of the new season thing that Warmachine's doing. They had put out, go to my library, my app here, they had put out some, they called it the Battle Forge, I think it was. It was Battle Forge or Black Tide? Black Tide. Black Tide Part 1, Part 2. So they had done some of the lore and some of the scenarios in the app that people could do. And so this is kind of an extension of that into one of their, I don't know if they call them seasons or what exactly they call them. But it gave us some cool stuff. So here is, let's see if we can put this one down here, nice little window cling. Doesn't fit in the box. That's in the box.
Yeah, it's not gonna work either.
No, window clean. This one is for the teams to track points. I'm going to talk to probably or someone later, see if we can get that like here or something. I think it'd be cool. But the two things that I think people actually want to look at on this is the models that came with this box. And this first one is a right here.
It is an Orgoth style flame pit for the defenses.
Correct. So this is the same defense as the fire pit, I think it's called.
Yes.
And it is Orgoth themed. That is really terrible in the camera. I move that since I can actually see it. There we go. So that is a defense that you can get. Each of these boxes is for up to 4 players. So 2 players will get the fire pit. The other one that this comes with is the coin. This is the Resurrection League coin. People are ooh and ahhing here locally. So this is the first coin official. This is the first coin for Mark IV.
It is.
They've released other coins in the past, but this is the first Mark IV coin. And then the model that everyone gets.
The Reinhold Gobber. What is he now?
Gobber.
He's not the speculator anymore.
No, this is Reinhold 2, and he is similar to
Electric
Hermit.
Boogaloo.
He's similar to the old Hermit, as in he works for all the factions. He will have a set of rules for the Resurrection League, and then his rules will change after the League, and there'll be a permanent set of rules for being a merc in all the armies. So there is Oweedle Gobber. Is Top Gobber.
He's kind of difficult to see. Let's see if I can hold him up for everybody.
Gobber. And that is Rhino. I think that was all the goodies in the bag. There's a list of everything that's supposed to be in it. Sweet. 2 Gobber. What?
For everyone who's watching this tonight and on YouTube later, again, thank you for your patience. And we're glad to talk about the stuff, and the announcements were for just Gen Con and for, I'm suddenly spacing Warfare Weekend, oh my goodness.
Yes.
But we're looking to get all of our social media officially up and running. More engagement on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Threads, as Threads does its thing.
Yeah, that's just new to me.
That's new to a lot of folks. It's okay.
True.
And while we're not the most socially media literate folks, we are also hoping to expand some stuff on our Twitch, some emotes and a few other things. And we'll kind of see where everything takes us as we head into a lot of good times ahead. So, but we'd also like to say thank you to everyone who has supported us so far, locally and otherwise. Everyone who's been watching us watching the streams, either live on Twitch or on YouTube later. We really appreciate you folks.
And I have redone my email so that as you are actually commenting on YouTube, I actually now get notified of that, which is awesome. So now I can actually respond to those.
We can be more responsive. Hooray!
Yes, it's been nice. I've actually been responding to people this week. So thank you. If you are watching on YouTube, leave us those comments. Let us know when we accidentally break the rules.
Yes, because that happened. We found out for our game that we did last week. We were talking about warlocks healing war beasts that were constructs.
Yes.
Came to find out.
Can't do it.
Yep, that's right.
But we
Can't
didn't
do
cheat
it.
on stream. We just found out.
Yes.
We did just find out. It was not
Although-
purposeful cheating.
That's always been the case.
I didn't cheat. No, I didn't cheat on the. I didn't cheat on the stream. I didn't need to. I rolled a 2.
So,
Because you've never been able to heal construct war beasts except for the casters who specifically say that.
Yeah. Well, the clock heals itself. Is basically. How
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
So the clock healed itself enough, but we were
I see
debating
what
whether
you're
I was
Yes.
gonna have to.
but for those at home, we are specifically referring to, you need to look in the rules for construct war beasts. The rule is there that indicates they cannot be healed normally.
Yes, the war beast rule for warlocks is that they can heal living war beasts. Hey, Grey Wolf, welcome. Good to see you. We are getting going a little late here. Our second player is not here yet, even though they said they would be. So we're about to audible out and swing in a new player.
Yeah, a little bit of background, I guess, on the challenge to try to buy them a little bit more time if they'll respond to us. I am notoriously bad at playing into Agathon. Towards the end of Mark III, and the few matches I played on War Table during COVID, Agathon would ruin me. I am notoriously bad at finding assassination vectors and lanes.
Agathon is notoriously good.
At doing those things. So at this point, it's like Vietnam flashbacks for me. Anytime I play into Agathon, I shake in my boots and I wonder if the trees will stop speaking Infernal. And what that means for me. So that was the idea behind the game today. However, we'll wait 5 more minutes for this player to show up. And in the meantime, for those of you chatting, yeah, please feel free to talk with us. We'll audible in we've got 3 potential players. It could be some Legion. It could be some
Murky Merc?
some Soldiers of Fortune, or they might be here. They might be here.
And as I want to show these off too, I got these in the mail this last week, and I was hoping they would be readable online or on the stream. And it looks like they're pretty good. They're a little bubbly with the dye on these. But these are new Kickstarter dice that I got the other day. These are from a company called Eco Dice, not supported by them in any way. But I was super excited to get these. I just had never had dice with tick marks on them. I thought those were really sweet. And they are the aluminum style dice, very similar to gravity dice. So actually the third roll I got on them, I rolled on an edge. So I was super happy about that.
Most excellent.
So yes, I like these dice. I think they show up rather well on the stream. The blue one's a little bright.
You play these as them.
Yes, I got asked off stream if I'm running a Grey Lord Turnian or if they're an unit Arcanist. I only have the 1 unit Arcanist at the moment, so I am subbing in a Grey Lord Turnian. It is difficult to see from the camera because I've got primed models, so they look nice and black. But we were slowly working on painting my stuff. It's getting there.
She shows up better than I thought it would.
Does the Winter Korps show up okay on the red?
It actually shows up really well. So when I got these, there's a set, the top row was all green, black and green. I got those for my standard dice. And then I got a mix of one of every other color they made, which is awesome. So that way, whatever I'm feeling that night, whatever theme I want for my off color, I can just throw in there. And the only thing, Eco Dice, they always come in really large boxes that I don't like. So hence why they're in an Altoid kit.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
All their tins are good.
for anyone listening, I don't know if they can hear me from all the way over here, but Host is actually really old.
Yeah.
Carries around.
we won't talk about how old the hosts are. We're not going to do that.
Yep. I was at Boy Scout camp all last week, and I bought a tin of Altoids for this purpose. And
Probably leading it, not.
I spent all week giving the Altoids away, so I could just use the box. So I didn't want to throw them away.
Funny.
Yep.
One of the few times giving candy out to kids is okay.
Is it though?
No, it's never okay.
Yep.
What are Altoids? I don't even know. Altoids?
Altoids are.
Oh my gosh, the New Zealander doesn't know where Altoids are.
So
That's it.
I kind of wish we had just an all-around mic for this madness going on. Because we are waiting on a game, we've
Smell
got a
this
lot of
10,
folks.
and that'll give you an idea of what an Altoid
Is
is.
it going to smell like your hands on the dice, or is it going to smell like...
You only one way to find out, sir.
Oh, so it's like a mint thing.
Yeah, they're like a
It's a chalky mint.
Yeah, chalky mint. Good way to describe it.
chalky mint, a little bit less dusty than chalk, but yeah. I actually really like the creme de menthe ones. Those are good.
Oh, there's chocolate Altoids?
Is it like
Yeah, and the cinnamon
disgusting.
ones. Oh man, the
It's like the
cinnamon
worst.
ones
I hate
are
them.
like.
mint toothpaste is fine. Mint
Cinnamon I'm
chocolate,
good with. Chocolate?
mint in a drink.
Mint? Like, what about a
Those are
mojito?
really good.
You say mint in a drink. What about a mojito?
Mojitos are the exception.
Okay. Okay.
We'll go good. But to be honest, if I had to choose between a mojito and a caipirinha, I'd take a caipirinha.
Gimlet. Every day.
I could see that. But it's just basically the sugar content that comes in.
All right, it is 1828. I
They
think we
both
make the
use some
sub.
syrup.
All right, so I'm going to ask,
Right, it has like literally sugar around the edge.
what were my three choices again? We had, what army were you playing in Legion? Ravens with Vale, Soldiers of Fortune
With Damiano.
with Damiano. And who were you playing? And Grymkin with probably Dreamer.
Because I want to get up to summoning 3.
So I don't know how to do the poll, but chat, I will let you pick, or we can have our three other players hash it out. Should I run this Ekaterina anti-infernalist into Soldiers of Fortune with Damiano, Ravens with Vale, or Grymkin with the Dreamer? We'll see if chat speaks.
Dreamer, Vale, or
If
Damiano.
community polls have anything to go by, we know Mercenaries are going to win.
I mean, my vote's Damiano, but I love Damiano. Lunar Republic says Grymkin.
All right, that's one vote for Grymkin.
That's a half a vote for
Let me just log in real quick. Wait, you don't want to see a Damiano gunline into Cat? I don't even know what Cat does. I'm presuming she gets Windstorm.
She does not, but her feat is better than Windstorm.
Ah, it's fine.
-4 range.
I can deal with it.
Yeah, you actually probably outrange my feet with Damiano gunline.
Oh, is it only minus range well in your...
It's if you target me, but -4 range doesn't matter, I think, if you're like range 14. You're like, oh, I get a little
I've got
closer.
18, 14, 15, and 16.
Damiano gunline, real good.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good.
And I'll throw you everywhere.
Yep.
I haven't actually succeeded in getting it thrown with a mule yet.
Oh, yeah.
When you're sitting down.
All right.
It's good.
But it sounds like...
I think it's Grymkin.
All right. One last call, chat. We just saw a bunch of viewers hop in, so yeah, one more time. If you're just joining us now, we have to call an audible. Our Infernals player is not here like they hopefully said they'd be. So am I playing into Soldiers of Fortune with Damiano, Ravens of War with Vale, or into Grymkin with Dreamer? We've got one vote so far for Grymkin. We'll give everyone a second to think about what they want to see crush Ekaterina and my hopes and dreams.
Yes, you built a very specific list, and you're no longer going to be able to
That's
use
right.
it.
And I won't change my list. That's how sure I am I'm going to lose.
Do you know what we could do is we could rotate lists and I can play your own.
16 and
That sounds awful for me. I'll still lose. The Grymkin player, Rob, who's been on stream before, just said we could rotate armies. He could play my Winter Korps, I could play his Grymkin. And I'm like, I'll still
Never
lose.
loses, man.
Yeah, but Andrew does. Dreamer may never lose, but Andrew loses.
Listen, she's got an Andrew fix automatically included.
So we're making jokes about my dice now. Manifest Destiny may fix most people's dice, but not mine.
It can fix your dice.
Because his destiny was manifested a long time ago.
It can fix your dice.
Why does my shirt not just say I roll ones, deal with it?
Yep.
you need the shirt I had. This is the dice are trying to kill me, and they're all ones and twos.
Yeah.
Various
Nice.
types of dice.
All right, well, chat,
All right,
Scott, you're not going to vote?
let's get it going. Oh, he
we
He's
did
the
it. We had one person vote. So it
You're
looks.
the one who voted me into this?
So if you would like to go ahead and update it, at this point, looks like I'm going to be playing into Grymkin this evening.
All right, I'm going to change these text boxes.
So I apologize to everyone who was hoping for Infernals. Wait, the last minute change is a little bit bummer, but the grudge match will happen at some point.
Are you right?
I am excited to play Ekaterina. I think she's awesome.
100? I can do 100.
Can do up to 100 or however.
Let's do 100. I got time.
I just gotta make sure I spell things correctly. MKIN, perfect.
That's right, Grymkin.
All right, now hopefully you will roll off and choose the opposite side you're sitting on.
All right,
Let's
let's talk terrain, which we will do. Well, so chat, you get the rare thing now where we'll talk terrain before we roll off for sides. Not that it matters too much. For those who are unfamiliar with how Warmachine goes or everything, we're going to get through an entire setup at this point, except for choosing lists, because we will have done so. So yeah, Rob, let's talk about terrain before we roll off. Do you have a list ready to go?
I have a list.
Excellent.
I'll do the same. I think it's the same one I ran last week.
Excellent. Except now you're killing me instead of, I can't remember who you played last week.
Who don't I kill? That's really the question.
Oh, jeez. We need to mic you up so that everyone can listen to this cocky son of a gun.
Does it clip to your neck brace?
Yeah, it does. yeah, we can't really see it too much on camera, but poor Rob is playing in a neck brace. After a horrific accident, he fought off a bear with only his left foot.
It was a great bear.
It was a great bear. That's why I brought 3 of them. So, to talk about terrain, we have a guard tower over here, rubble over here, quicksand, a forest,
Trees,
a cloud,
cloud,
an acid pool, an obstruction, and a series of fireclads.
I like this table.
Burning
sir.
fireclads. Excellent.
I'm a fan.
All right. So, we'll roll to see who gets to go first. 4. All right. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So, I will talk through my list now if you would like.
No. Give me a sec. Because here's the deal. This is a slow playing one, so going second is not a huge problem. The problem is this side really does stink. And it has easier access to the bathroom. So it's kind of a plus minus thing.
Doesn't have snow wreath anymore.
We haven't talked a lot about our setup too much on stream, but we are flanked on either side by a 4x4 and a 4x4 plus the table that we're playing on. And then against the 4x4 over here, the other side of it, there is a wall. So over here, it's entirely inaccessible for us as players, commentators, to move around and do things unless we walk around all 12 feet of table.
As host, I get to sit here and hold in my pee for 3 hours.
Or not.
Hold it.
So Rob is now making his decision based on
I
restroom access.
will, since this is not a fast showing, so my decision making behind this one, which is, I always look at the scenario, and if it's a fast scenario, I really consider going second. If it's seriously unbalanced, I will also consider going second or first. The unbalance isn't horrible. I don't like this, but I'll be around this so fast it won't matter. So I will go first and let you give me the crappy side, I assume?
Yes.
Or do you want the bathroom side?
No, I am taking this side.
To be honest, you should have flipped this over and made that side the really bad side. Okay, I'll get my stuff and start setting it up.
All right, excellent.
Well, this is the right one. Okay. This is what they want to be.
Today's stream brought to you by Grudge Matches. Show up to your games if you're going to challenge someone. Yeah. Brandon.
He was afraid of Dennis.
You know, it's Infernal's players. You really can't trust them.
Says the guy who, I don't know, what other factions do you play, Rob?
Infernals.
Oh, let's see. I believe you've even played them on stream, so we can go back in time to confirm this, because if it's on the internet, it's forever.
Oh, and I will tell you, I think I cheated multiple times in that Infernal game. That one was bad.
There you go.
It was the best sleight of hand in a major game ever to have been played. And it wasn't until I was driving home after dinner, I was like, where did that second wretch come from?
That's right.
These are the questions I ask myself every night.
That's how you know you're a serious player. Is when you're driving home, you're thinking about your game, going,
Oh yeah.
And then there's me, just trying not to listen to Fortunate Son when it comes on the radio, so that way my non-flashbacks don't get worse.
I always like the.
I did mention off stream, perhaps I need to just buy a T-shirt that has that kid from the Wonder Chosen that says you're never too young to have a Vietnam flashback. Because that's the story of my Warmachine life, to be frankly honest.
No, I tried to find a Wonder Chosen episode a while back, and I don't know where they are anymore. You can't find them. They've been stripped from the internet.
Yeah. So remember how we were talking about how we don't talk about how old the hosts are? Whoops.
Wonder Chosen is immortal.
That's racist.
Smells like botulism.
So I'll talk about my army as I pull it out. So first on the table is my Grave Ghoul. In Grymkin players, I talked about this a little bit last week, but in case you didn't watch that one, Grave Ghouls are great at getting your corpse mechanic moving. And so you take them. Next one on the table is going to be Kiriana Rose, who is definitely going to be useful in this fight because she will help me crack armor. There we go.
Apparently our dice cam is having technical difficulties.
Next on the table is over here on the side, way over to here, which is a ton of Madcaps, or Caskimps, because Madcaps are probably our most efficient unit in the game. And as everyone who plays my Grymkin learns, they're awesome.
Cannot find that one.
And here are the Madcaps, at least the unit guys.
See, I like these dice already.
That looks pretty solid.
That's about an average roll for me.
I'm disappointed that I don't get to
We will also be putting a monkey on the table because the monkey is, and we're doing 100 points, correct?
Yes.
The monkey is going to help this unit go faster.
Unless you want to make sure it's 75 against 100, that'd be fun.
I mean,
I'll use every advantage I can
It is
take.
Andrew, and that may actually equal the dice rolls of Andrew's dice rolls to Rob's. And it's not that I have great dice rolls; it's just Andrew's are
Abysmally bad.
They are that bad. Those of you on the stream that have not had the opportunity or the pleasure of watching Andrew roll dice, you're in for a great time. Next one is a Clockatrice with how a Clockatrice should really look. We've got a Skin and Moans here because Skin and Moans are really good. Here's the Malady Man. You have Isaiah because he's a beat stick and does a really good job at being such. We have the UA for the Horseman because at 100 points you can afford him.
Right. So I'm going
We have my Caster, which is the Dreamer. We have the first of the Madcaps, the second. Madcaps, again, I love those guys for their ability to continually generate dudes and force my opponent to deal with them. And Crabbit because you're playing
Yes, a lot of shooting.
you're playing any sort of shooting. Take your Crabbit. A Death Knell. You will hear the internet tell you that the Death Knell is not useful. They will be wrong.
Apart from Grymkin, I'm pretty sure that the cards.
And listen to me and trust me, the Death Knell is useful. The armor benefit is significant and not trivial. And the corpse mechanic, especially with Skin and Moans. So for those of you that
to heal. So
don't play Grymkin, once I get corpses on Skin and Moans, they become worlds and worlds better. So you get corpses on them. Dreamer, fantastic.
Now to turn the tables a little bit. Rob, your Phantasms are on the table. What's the over-under on Phantasms for this game? Where Rob is notoriously bad about playing his own
No,
Phantasms.
I got 3 out last time.
You did.
So I'm going to go 3.5 as the over-under. 3.5. I think that's a fairly good line. because I tend to have bursts where if I remember it, when I kill 3 things, I'll pop them out really quick. So 3 is almost pretty solid at this point because I will remember them one time during this game. Above 3. Okay, so I've got my stuff out. Are we going to try and play a clock or just go quick?
We've got time.
Got it. Okay.
It has been like the
So while Rob's deploying, I'll talk through the army I brought. Oh, actually, what command cards did you bring?
Good question. So I've got Fortune's Path and Ill Omens. Ill Omens is the Dreamer's trump now, and that gives her dodge. So it gives people dodge as well.
Not just the -1. Okay.
But Ill Omens and dodge. Labyrinth, the -2 speed. Power Swell, because you got to have that extra thing. Sacrifice keeps her a little bit safe. Savagery, because I hate tough. And Shroud.
The good news is I do not have any tough, I believe, except for my 1 unit of shock troopers, who actually don't have tough anyway.
Azrael's 32, right?
Not a bad card to bring, but not going to help them against me. So,
Azrael has 32.
I guess, sorry, to back up, I will talk through the list I brought now. So I'm playing Ekaterina. I'm going to apologize to everyone watching the video. Some of this stuff has paint, some of this is just primer. My army's a mess. It is getting painted though, which is impressive for me. But besides the point, I'm running Ekaterina. As her spell rack today, we are taking Avenging Force, Iron Flesh, and Superiority.
1 turn, 1 model gets it. Sure.
When it's handed out by a solo.
This was part of the list designed to play into Infernals, but I decided those 3 spells are probably for the best, so we're keeping that. I have 2 Direwolves and 3 Great Bears. So I've got Direwolf number 1, who has a shield guard head, a scrap saw, and a cannon arm. And then Direwolf number 2, who has a shield guard head, a heavy chain gun, and an ice hammer. For my 3 jacks, I've got Great Bear number 1, which is a mage static head, a cannon shield, and a heavy mace. Sorry, the battle mace. Great Bear number 2, who also has the mage static head, the battle axe, and the heavy cannon. And then Great Bear number 3, who is the mage static head, the grinder, and the blasting fist. Again, the thought process here, the shield guards are just nice to have against incidental shooting, but it's also the cheap option on the Direwolves. So for me, it made sense to bring those just to add a little bit more oomph and punch to this list. But all 3 of the Great Bears have Mage Static as a protection against Agathon. However, it still brings a lot of threat to the table, even against the Dreamer. Aside from that, we have a Battle Mechanic. We have Magziev Zarya Volkova. I also have a Winter Korps officer. I have 2 units of Arcanists. I have a Grey Lord Turnian from back in the days that is subbing in for 1 unit of Arcanists today. So this 3-man unit of primed black models will be subbing in for him. A unit of the Shock Trooper Gunners and a unit of the Winter Korps Infantry with 2 of the autoguns as well as a standard. Sorry, the autocannons. And that's what I've got today to play into Grymkin. Additionally, my command cards ran off on me. I have physical cards somewhere. I am running Careful Reconnaissance, Power Swell, Sentry Duty, Take Cover, and Old Faithful.
I'm okay.
So as Rob finishes up his regular deployment, I believe you also have AD.
I do have 2 units of AD.
Excellent.
I am deployed.
All right.
So a little bit of thinking over here. Take a flank, keep away from the fire, hide him behind that building over there, and typical Dreamer, right? I've got 4 heavies. I'm not quite as awesome as Cawdor, but I think my heavies are better. So.
Oh, we're gonna find out how bad my heavies are.
So we'll go with that.
All right. So. Now, I'm pretty fortunate in that I've got a lot of tools for the Dreamer. Her incorporeal doesn't mean a lot to me. My Arcanists over here can empower, they can razor one, but the 3rd one is reinforced, which gives damage type magical to the weapons on a jack. So a lot of fun stuff going on there. But we're going to do Ekaterina there. I think she's going to pick up one friendo to run shield guard for her. Now, Ekaterina does have Field Marshal Arknode, which is fun. She's got Gallows as her offensive spell, and I just have this slew of other fun spells. I've got Banishing Ward, Superiority, and Iron Flesh that will just get wherever I need them in my army. So we're going to go ahead and start deploying some stuff.
So when they go to heal a War Beast, they would have blast resistance. They don't have it anymore.
They definitely made things easy to kill in general.
All right. I think if we're going to bring the other direwolf over here. And because I've done this more than once, I can double check control range at the beginning of the game.
Chains. I went to Hobby Lobby and found some chains and Ratchet's weapons and chains. These are solid, by the way.
So, but like I said, you want to have great and sort of like ball around.
We're still going to swap around some direwolf silliness.
So these guys all range tackles. He has a range tackle. He's melee only, and he has a range tackle. So you typically want to make sure that you don't have to light. It's one of the things you get used to. But I still
I'm getting used to the army because I had a second time I played it. It's a lot of things. A lot of things that can happen.
So I did get word from the player who issued the challenge. They're in Glacier National Park. So they will not be joining us today at all. So, Brandon, way to go. But that's all right. We will get it later.
Oh, yeah. But you can see
All right.
I'm looking for.
So, kind of my thought process here. I'm looking over at Rob's deployment, and then I'm now finished deploying, by the way. Rob's done a pretty good job of like spreading stuff out. So I'm just looking at trying to deal with the naysayers, as well as just putting enough shooting in the center to deal with his madcaps because they are frustrating.
We good to go?
We are good to go. Best of luck. Let's murder the crap out of each other.
It's pretty fun to have like students to be able to sit like just outside of the deployment zone and be able to benefit from inside because of 14 inches. Arcane fire no less either, so you just ignore everything.
I'm gonna summon D3 imps. That would be one imp.
All right.
That is a bison from just got
You do have a seraph in there?
That's there, and there, two Angeliuses and Azrael.
Make some more little cask imps.
Summon D3 imps. 2 imps.
it's a cavalry model, so it's in charge like
My list with the scooters, once I get them made, I'll have 2 nerfs instead of one Angelius and then 2 nerfs instead.
Do you have any questions about what my army does, by the way?
I used to know what most of them did, but Roy used to play them way back in the day.
I didn't play a lot of Star back in the day, so I don't know how to.
Learn Isaiah. What's your max like move and shoot range?
So I have superiority, so I can make my jacks go 2 inches faster. My furthest range is specifically going to be this guy right here. So this is Great Bear number 2. He has a cannon with a 15-inch range on it, and he'll walk 6 with superiority, so it'll be 21 inches from where he's standing. And I do have Careful Reconnaissance, so I can Pathfinder him through the ooze if I need.
There's no reason to give my model a shot.
This is the POW 15 Momentum Silly Gun. It will do things.
Run.
I do also have guidance available from my support solo Volkova, so stealth will not save you.
Still got to cast it.
I do. But it's not a upkeep spell. And she'll hang back. She likes that. Because I believe for Ruin I have to cast a spell inside your control.
That is correct. You actually have to cast it from within the control.
Yes. Volkova will probably not ever be within 14 inches of the Dreamer, so...
I don't think I don't have Ruin.
Ah,
He'll move up just a smidge and give him a corpse.
you just found one.
Yeah, I found one. He activates, gets a corpse, gives it. Seven.
It's a little more.
You see, I started making fancy flags.
Honestly, if you have Rob's stuff, you can talk about
Well,
Giving out more corpses.
oh no, you're doing a couple things.
Max shooting it from that guy.
17 up to 19 if I superiority him. He's got a... his cannon is 12, he walks 5.
So is Leash a full advance? Huh? Is Leash a full advance?
Sorry, doing Greg.
Or is it just
3 inches directly towards.
Honestly, like,
So that means with Slipstream you could get 5, and then advance 6, and then shoot 13.
Give them boundless charge or
Desperate Pace.
desperate pace.
I'll measure that,
And then,
it'll be slightly
but at the
up.
same time, you have to land within 2 inches of them, and then they get the 3
Oh, you've got a
inches
Seraph.
Yeah, the Seraph are
Glad to say for everyone watching tonight, we are the 5th game happening this evening. And there's only not more, it appears, because we are taking up the additional table, which is fantastic. We're just happy to have folks out here playing the game. It's a good time.
If you can charge 24 inches, I have questions about game design.
no playing challenge.
What are you doing? I got 20 hit points. I'm a POW 18. Like,
And here we see the Rob in his natural habitat cheating. That's right, you're supposed to put the Fury Hunter at the beginning of the game, Rob.
I know. Okay, so we'll start with her. We're gonna go Mirage on the Slayers.
I'm not
The Slayers, the Nayslayers.
Yeah.
What's the range on Mirage? 8?
6. I measured it exactly as part of deployment, but it's gonna cost me 2. It cost me 2. And Mirage is gonna go on there. We're gonna go ahead and cast Artifice of Deviation for another 2.
Nomad, Mule.
no, like positioning wise, I'm happy. It's just like, I would like to have 2 less sites or disable them. And I would feel way better if I don't know if
I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She will drop 1. Get herself down to 2.
All right.
And then she's just going to go ahead and run up.
Into the Artifice of Deviation.
Okay, so what did we say? 19 from your big guy?
From this guy
Yep.
up to 19, it's 17 without the speed boost.
What's these guys move, teleport, and shoot 10, right? So they move, place the 2 inches, and then shoot 10.
Yes.
So they move 5.
They're speed 5.
So they can go 5,
And then about
place 3
just
and a half,
over
so
3
8 and a
inches.
half.
Yeah.
So 8.5, 18.5.
It is a spray as well. Not that you're, not if you can be knocked down. Sorry, your feign death. Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm not gonna feign death on this turn. Just gonna run. Outside of 18.5 of them, and what's he, 19?
17 up to 19.
And outside of 19 of him.
Yes.
And I will warp for, I don't know, let's go defense.
You get to pick a warp.
Well, it's an ability from what's her name.
I guess Harry doesn't fit.
Harry's not.
It's not a thing anymore.
Okay. What do I want to do with this monkey?
Oh, it's circle for Rob.
Sorry, who gets to do the thing?
It's the UA.
And what defense thing are you talking? Annoyance?
Yeah, no, or something like that.
Yeah, they've got leapfrog where they get annoyance. So,
Okay, sir, I'm up.
all right. So Ekaterina starts with 7. Power up on all 5 of the jacks.
So while he's moving, one of the things to talk about, which is, so Grymkin going first do not take nearly as much ground as the new factions do.
No.
The new factions going first take so much ground.
Orgoth really does. Storm Legion really does. And Dusk really can as well. I'm on the slower side with Winter Korps, so I won't take as much, but I can still.
Signar does.
Yes.
Storm Legion does.
Def 12 and then Arm 11, I believe, on your Caskins, correct? If I'm shooting at something, it's them this turn. You did a good job of placing everything else outside of my threats. And killing them may prove to be more beneficial to me than getting further up the field.
They're random movement. You give me corpses if you kill them.
I do, and actually at this point I'm looking around. That doesn't really overwhelm you. It doesn't do much to slow down corpse collection. You can hold up to 3 on the Cage Rager, the Skin and Moans, and then the Death Knell can hold 5.
Mm-hmm.
How many does the Grave Ghoul hold?
5.
He holds 5 too? And how far is his corpse collection?
So his is only 5 inches.
Okay, but the Death Knell
most of
is
the stuff
10.
that you can get to is going to go into the 10 from the grave, from the cart.
Okay. So let's see. You have, except for the Clockatrix, no shooting to speak of. Your Madcaps
Oh wait,
do
no,
have.
these guys can shoot.
That's right. What, range 6?
6.
And how far do they walk?
Move 4.
Move 4.
Teleport 2.
Teleport to about just over an inch, or just under an inch actually. No, just under an inch for their base.
Yeah.
So 7 inches, 9 inches from where the big guy ends, and he can be 4. So. Do they have Pathfinder?
I do not have a Pathfinder card.
Okay, and they do not have that. Okay.
They do not have that.
So we're going to go and go with Ekaterina first then. So Ekaterina is going to go and start by just casting like all of her stuff, because that seems like the right idea. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and spin 2 to cast Avenging Force. So Avenging Force is on her. So if you damage an infantry model, a warrior model, inside of my control area, beginning of my next maintenance phase, one of my models, my battle group, can advance 3 inches and make a basic attack.
Love that spell.
I'm going to give you stuff to her. That's just kind of how it is. So we're going to do that. I'm not super worried. I don't think you have a debuff with the Dreamer.
No, Manifest Destiny is my...
Yeah, you've got Manifest Destiny. You can put me to sleep with your gun. So I'm actually less worried about you.
That doesn't actually damage you. That's actually interesting. I can walk up and shoot you.
I'm not worried about banish. Well, so you can Abyssal Gate stuff. So Banishing Ward does matter if I think you're going to Abyssal Gate something.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm casting it this turn though. You have 1 Arc Node.
I have 1 Arc Node, and then I can
And
create
Abyssal-
one if I kill something big or small or big or medium base. And remember that Arc Node can run after it's summoned.
Yes. Well, you have to kill within my control, within your control area for the phantasms.
My controller.
Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and spend 2 to cast Banishing Ward over here, actually,
Same as Hex Hunters, but I don't
on my Shock Trooper Gunners. And we're gonna go ahead and spend 2 to cast Superiority. And we're gonna go ahead and Superiority.
And I want to. Let's say.
This Direwolf. So she has 1 on her. And then she's going to go ahead. She's speed 6, I believe she is. So she's fast enough to not quite get into the clouds. So we're going to go and run her. So she's going to run. She's speed 6, so I get 11 if I really need, which is plenty to get her into the cloud and into some concealment. She's going to hang on to her 1 focus and has Avenging Foresight. So that's her activation. We're going to go ahead and 17. The guy's outside of 17, so he's not in any danger of getting shot, but he's going to go ahead and go. He's going to go ahead and run then. So he's speed 5 up to 7 because of superiority. 5 inches allows him to get up to 13. So let's talk about your melee threat ranges on the Skin and Bones.
So without teleporting you towards me, I'm a 10 inches on both.
And 13 if you Abyssal Gate me.
13 potential, right? It's
You have to hit and damage, I believe.
hidden damage.
13, 6, 19.
And I can trivially create an arc.
Right. So he's going to run. That is
Does
as
that
far.
stay outside of 13?
He does not, I don't believe. So he's definitely.
So outside of 13?
We're going to get some sticks and double check.
Oh, well, I mean, just declare it. You're fine.
Well, just because I declare it doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, but then I'll measure it and then measure backwards
No.
if you are.
I'd rather be a little bit more precise about this. So he is going to be. We're going to back him up to be just outside of 13 from this guy.
You're definitely farther away from
And it should be well outside of 13. Perfect. So outside of 13 there. He is also +2 defense right now because he's cool. So he'll run up to there. The Great Bear over here. Isaiah has Ghostly when he charges, correct?
He does.
So if you get line of sight to charge, that's going to be a no funny.
His threat range is 8
Significant.
plus 3 plus
2.
So 13. Or, I'm sorry, 13. It's 8 plus 5.
Okay. So we're going to go and run this Great Bear. He's speed 4. Yeah. So he's going to run 9 inches. No reason to
Do
run.
the acid pool. You got plenty of boxes.
So that zone is 12 inches. So we should be outside of 13.
Remember, if I teleport you forward, I get a little bit more.
Yeah. We're going to bounce me back just a smidge so that way I'm not within 13 there. About half an inch out.
Sounds
So within Isaiah's 16 if you teleport him that way, but outside of the 13 for the Skin and Bones. The Great Bear over here is going to go. He's going to go ahead and run. He's speed 4 also. So a whole whopping 9 inches. This is as far forward as I would like him so he can back up. Let's double check to make sure I'm outside of 13 of that Skin and Bones, because that is a trade I am not willing to make.
outside of 13.
Well outside. Okay. This Great Bear over here is going to run. He's also speed 9. Sorry, speed 4, so he'll run 9. It's as far forward as I want him. Again, should be well outside of 13, which he is. I'm not worried about him.
Okay, got it.
If you're going to spray me with the clock,
Well, it's less spray. It's if so the clock is 6, 9, 11.
so 14. If
Well, yeah, 14 if I.
So I'll be within 14. Heck, I'm within 13. If you want to stick your clock on a Great Bear and see what happens, we'll talk about it. I am confident that that is a...
Here's a harder one because this is range.
Yeah. Before the teleport, what is the speed and its 2-inch reach on the horse, on the Nayslayers?
So there's speed 6, 2-inch reach.
So 9, 11 before the teleport. You can get the big guy teleported pretty far up there too. 9, 11, 13.
So these guys should be 15 because of this guy.
15 plus 2 for like...
No, 15 total threat. So there should be 9,
11.
11.
With the 2-inch placement is going to be...
Well, walk.
Is 13.
You gotta make the charge first.
It's 13. The 2-inch place is up to 15. Sorry, the 2-inch is essentially eyeballing it for the big bases. 15, 2-inch reach for 17. I'm not getting away from them.
Well, no. So remember, I have to make the first charge. So if I make the first charge, that's a 15-inch threat. 9 plus 6.
Okay.
So if you stay out of 15, I can't make the first charge. Now, if you give me something else to charge, I can do some wonky stuff, but...
Cheaty Fate, welcome, by the way. Sorry, we're down a commentator at the moment. He is helping some folks learn. So the goal is to be outside of 15.
Gotta edge him back a smidge for that one.
To be pretty clearly outside of 15.
Outside of 15 in both.
All right.
So I cannot make the charge. I could potentially charge something else and teleport something 2 inches forward into them, but that would be really weird.
Well, and if you Abyssal Gate this guy, he'll be within charge reach.
Yes, if I Abyssal Gate him, I'll pick him up. I don't know if I could. So remember, too, he's only Abyssal Gate is run him 8 and shoot 8, so 16.
Or if you pick up something to
and then
turn it into an arc.
That's the bigger one.
So he goes there. We're going to go and activate this dire wolf. He's going to run. He's speed 5 base, so 10-inch movement.
Evening, Joe. I've been a terrible host and then talking to other people getting drinks, but I'm back now.
We need to make sure he gets into control.
What is that drink, sir?
This is an iced matcha latte.
So we're going to go and move him into terrain.
You would pull a lot of work.
Terrain.
That's not going to
Terrain.
What?
Jacking.
He's not going to stay there?
No, that's not going to save you.
You have Relentless Charge, but not Ghostly on those guys when they charge.
That's correct, but remember I get to teleport 2 inches before I start the move, at the beginning of my turn.
Were you including the Mirage when we talked about the short range?
Yes.
Okay. So I need to be outside of 15, which he's not.
So Secret Dominion is more like druids and stuff. They, so that's where you get like your gold, some
Nudge gate.
I was basically on this one.
Okay, well, so he's going to end here.
Radagast, you have
That is going to be within 13 of this guy, but no one else.
Yeah, but new unit movement rules. It's within 15 of one, it's within 15 of them all, baby!
These gentlemen over here are going to run their speed 5.
Radagast, he is a stone caster guy. He's got a whole bunch of fun stuff. Grail, I don't know too much about. He runs like the leader. He's got leadership bonuses too.
So very clearly out of line of sight of your Nayslayers
Got it.
was the goal.
I cannot see you by any naysayer. I cannot. I sort of. I wouldn't even ask.
Perfect. We're going to go and activate the officer, who's going to tell these guys over here, hold the line, which gives set defense to that unit.
That officer is looking very Russian commissar.
Aren't they?
I can see him shooting people in the back for running away.
And I know you talked about this during sides and rolling. Is that a guard tower or is that in a...
That is a guard tower.
Nice.
We'll see if
I think
it
I'm pretty
guard
sure I'm
towers it
going to
up.
put the naysayers in there.
Makes sense.
As one does. Let's see. So the officer is speed 6. So after they battle plan, because they can do it anytime during their activation, they're going to run over here. Banishing Ward is on these guys over here. Now that they're all the way over there, I'm like, I don't know if that was the right call, but we'll see. These guys are set defense. The unit of Arcanists over here is going to go. They're going to waddle on up and they're going to hang out in the back because they don't like things. That should work. Mechanic is going to go ahead and run up to here, hang out behind Ekaterina. So the one thing I did not talk to you about, and I'm not planning on really capitalizing on, is I do have auxiliary attack with her. So we can take shots out of activation. But I'm a whole rat 5, so I'm not targeting Isaiah because he's I think 13 or 14 on the horse.
Pretty much 13 across the board.
Yeah, well, they're not. They're 12s. Probably lob a shot his way. Unless he's with
Maybe I'll go stealth on you after the first one, sir.
Well, then I'll guide and snare. I don't know. This is silly. Well, my superpower is better than your superpower.
You've fallen into my trap card.
That's right. Okay, let's see. Volkova, speed 6, and then she has to do ancillary attack is range 3. So am I within 9 inches of this dude? I am not. But I am within 9 inches of that guy. Does he have range to that dude? Yes?
Yes.
10 inches. All right, well, that's probably going to what happens. So, Volkova's going to walk up 6. She's going to be within 3 of this guy. We're going to ancillary attack. So he's going to take 1 shot with his heavy chain gun into this guy.
Defense 12, sir.
I am rat 5. So we're looking for a 7. That's a no. A miss. Yeah. Words are hard.
Did you notice the 1-2 on the stream there, sir?
I did.
That is
typical.
Andrew.
That's typical.
It's Andrew.
I hadn't planned on shooting this turn, and I spent all my focus for it otherwise, but I would normally benefit from Invocations of Wrath on that. However, again, wasn't planning on it, so we didn't do it. These Arcanists are going to go.
I don't care if you want to do it.
They're going to take a little walkie-walkie up to here, and now the unit of Winter Korps infantry are going to go. They're going to run. They're speed 5 because they've got auto guns, so they're going to get a 10-inch move. And then the 2-inch place.
In chat, Joe is cheering on Kador.
Yay, thank you, Joe. I too have a cursed fate because my luck is bad. Well, you within 2 of the guy I moved.
Unit movement. Place within 2 inches and in line of sight of the model moved.
All models have line of sight and are within 2 inches of the guy that moved. So, they do have set defense, so if you charge them, they are +2 defense, or -2 to your attack roll. But either way, that is my turn. Let the murder begin.
I have no maintenance phase. Actually, yeah, no maintenance phase.
In retrospect, I probably should have looked at popping feet this turn. Nah.
I've only got really 1 charge.
Yeah, it also slows you down and allows me to get another turn of shooting at you.
Thank you for that subscription. That's super awesome. Thank you.
Mirage.
Yay.
Keep Mirage.
Stealth.
I forgot about the Mirage move for these guys. That's going to be a bad time.
Dude, I'm not going after them. I'm going to take a hit.
Where's your sense of
I
adventure?
forgot they lost their combat caster. They're just silly little battle wizards
Well, if I'm making you think, that means my death is coming a little slower. Excellent.
And while he's doing some measuring and thinking here, just a quick shout out for Enchanted Grounds here in Littleton, Colorado. If you're ever in the area and want to join us for one of these awesome Wednesdays, please feel free to do so. We game in here from about 4 p.m. till close every week, every Wednesday. So come down and join us. Other thing coming up for us, we have Gen Con coming up. Andrew's going to be going to Gen Con for us, which is awesome. Hopefully get some interviews and things going on for some of our socials to keep all of you all in the Warmachine loop. Other than that, Tacticon's coming up here August 24th here in Denver, which is another fun event. And then the other big one for us is we will be hopefully streaming, but probably more accurately, we are going to be recording and posting games from Warfare Weekend.
That's right.
For
Last chance qualifiers as well as the Iron Gauntlet games.
Yeah. So we're super excited about that one too. That is that first weekend in November, so that one's a little ways away.
Okay, so I upkept both Artifice and Mirage.
All right.
And then I moved that there. Let's start off with the easy one first. We will move him up to there. We will give them Boundless Charge.
Desperate Pace?
Desperate Pace. There we go. Desperate Pace.
They already have Relentless Charge.
So, as of right now, they will have 6 plus 8 to 11. He will move to there. 6 plus 6 to 8, and then charge for 3. So charge that guy. I'll be right on the edge of the woods.
All right.
Right on the edge of the rubble.
I put Frost Field on the Nair, it's -2 defense.
Yep.
I'm doing Tether on Azrael.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do Icy Grip on your Calvary.
I'm defense
13. With an 8, I need a 5.
You ever wonder what the inside of a direwolf looks like? Because we're about to find out. Direwolf number 1 with his scrap saw and his cannon.
I'm actually surprised its head.
Indeed.
I was hoping you'd do me a quick favor. I'm sure it's fine. Liam was making some tacos for us. Thank you so much.
Too many wings.
Hey, stop nudge getting my model.
I know. Okay. So let's start with the big shot first.
Excellent. Def 11. That's right. That's the most defensible Khador Jack.
I'm a 7 on this guy.
Yeah.
This is the Nayslayer Warhorse.
That's right. You need a 4.
So I need a 4 on 3 dice.
Can't
and
do
I
it.
andro this up.
Oh,
Close.
I saw 2 ones.
There were 2 ones there. It was
All right.
almost andro.
So armor piercing. So I'm armed 19 down to 10.
19 down to 10. The Nayslayer Warhorse is rocking.
One better, so
House 7?
Holy cow, that went up. How 9?
Oh. Dice off 1 then.
And I'm doing Grievous Wounds.
Okay. Not a bad call. I do have Old Faithful.
I mean, I should pick him up by about the 4th guy, but
You should.
you know. So I'm dice -1 on 3 dice.
All
So
right.
dice -1. That's a 12, so down to an 11.
11 to my whip.
To the 5.
All right.
fly and boost the second shot.
Now we'll be doing the little Nayslayers.
Right arm is out, which is the cannon arm.
Okay. We're gonna go left to right. Your left, so my right. So that guy, the farthest guy
Cool.
first. Actually, the farthest guy. Yeah, that guy. There we go. He's only a 6, so now I need a 5. I'm trying to Andrew it up, but
You
that is
are,
still
but
a
that's
hit
still
because,
6. All right.
now I'm only PAL 7 on these dudes. Yep, PAL 7.
So dice off 3,
Dice off 3.
which still sounds pretty solid.
Dice off 3.
8
is
points.
8 to the 6.
Okay, left arm is out. I still have head movement and cortex.
Third Nayslayer.
This guy?
That's a hit. Dice off 3. 7 points to the 6.
Okay. Movement is out.
And the 4th one, need anything but, hits.
Okay.
Dice off 3, 4 points.
That is enough. Just enough.
Kabam!
So you have this one and this one left.
He'll wing a shot over at the flag bearer.
Since it's not charged, I am only Def 13.
Def 13, I'm a 6.
Now,
So-
I will stop you here. I do have Avenging Force. If you damage him, I will trigger my Maintenance Vengeance thing. The 3-inch move and attack with a model in my battle group.
3-inch move and attack with the model in your battle group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Into this guy?
I don't even know if I can hit him, man. I miss.
Okay.
Okay. And repo. Hey, you know what you got to do after you do something like kill a dude? You got to spread out.
Yes, come a little bit closer. You're my kind of naysayer, so big and so dead.
Repos with unit movement is redonkulous and amazing.
Can you move that guy into that touch and just, yeah, there, perfect. Thank you.
Look at all these dudes he's engaging.
My left arm doesn't work anymore.
Congratulations to all of you.
1.5 inches.
No. 1.
Just flat -2. None of that divide by 2 anymore.
Well, actually, so he needs to go back 2, or was he?
Crap. Let's move him back.
So he just needs to go back 2, so to like here?
Yep, because that means he was still in the woods, yeah. So okay. There we go. Move him an inch that way.
So as you're watching, what they're doing here is that those units do not have Pathfinder, and so when they do this 3-inch reposition, because of the lack of Pathfinder and being in rubble over there, they have a -2 to their
Just get them all the way
movement. So instead of moving those 3 inches, they get to only move 1 inch. The one on that far top side of your screen moved his full 3 inches because he was not in the rubble.
Both these guys were jerks.
Jerk faces and jerk horses.
2-inch reach all the time now. Rude.
Although I'm glad the Lance rule's gone.
Yes.
I hated the Lance rule so much.
Well, anything that had variable reach on activation versus off activation is gone, including the Lance rule. There was chain weapon on a few things as well.
And the sometimes 3 inches, sometimes 1 inch. And
So we're going to go D3. We're going to try and aim this dude.
So how far will he go? It's
Well, we're going to go D6 plus 5.
okay.
And I'm going to aim him right there.
Okay.
unless you roll that 6 and blow him up. Huzzah!
Roll a 1.
Oh.
So it's
7 inches.
So those cast imps, so that's what he's moving, is a little cast imp solo. Their movement is a little weird. You point them in a direction, and they move 5 plus 1d6 inches away. However, if you roll a 6, they go kaboom right where they stand.
We're going to move him straight there and just take out the 2 for the...
Pathfinder gonna? Okay,
No,
so you
just take off the 2.
And so what he's measuring there is he's dropping us another
so
solo.
5 inches.
So just go 5 inches.
The extra solo there is just so he can draw that line without moving the original model.
So there. Okay.
So that's how he's doing that.
We're going to go
Hurt them. I have Avenging Force up.
there.
Hurt me, please.
So 4 inches. No, 5.
5 again. All right.
So that math again, no Pathfinder on those models. So whatever his movement was, it was -2 because of the forest. Excited, we're gonna go see Barbie this week. Looking forward to it.
Well,
Let's be aggressive and just have her run.
she's everything, and he's just Ken. So
I
topical non-War Machine conversation.
I was hoping to do Oppenheimer Barbie doubleheader. Marie disagrees with me. So we'll probably just do Barbie.
Fair.
Although we saw No Hard Feelings yesterday.
Okay, so what have I got over
was
here
really
For what?
so this guy's got a big mace.
Yeah,
I assume
he's
the mace hits like a freight train.
POW 18. I cannot make him stronger, but yeah, POW 18 is POW 19. He does have beatback and crit smite on it.
Okay. And what do I got over
POW
here?
17 blasting fist. Yep. POW 17 blasting fist.
The most passive I've ever
Sorry, he's number 3. Yes, and then POW 18 axe, POW 18 hammer. I am bringing the pain.
And shooting wise, what's this guy got for a gun?
So he's got the grinder. It is the 2D3 volume fire POW 12s. So POW 14s against large bases and bigger. He's got a POW 14 shield cannon. He is a POW 12, I believe, on his D3+1 POW 12 volume fire. And he's the heavy cannon, which is the range 15 POW 15 momentum shot. These guys are loaded to bear. With great bears. Ah!
Yeah, so and we'll use the Lady Thorn in there to do that. Okay, all right. So we don't have reuse, but we have Lady Thorn, so those will work. The same base size, and they're pink. So proxying's okay.
Run.
Also, do you need a journeyman game?
I can't tonight while I'm running this, but later I might be able to.
In 3.0 D&D rules,
I tried to record the weekly journey game last week. The computer did not save the file because it saved the directory that didn't exist.
You've got the
So
option
it's
to
new.
shoot.
So if we can record it,
That was the intention of it being.
we'll also need a week 3 at some point.
Oh, you just hit 3.
But once we got them, I'll upload them.
I have both of them.
Okay, you just hit.
That's right. Come a little bit closer, Mr. Clockatrice. You're so big. You're my kind of man, so big and so strong.
That was a happy accident.
So Clock's gonna pop his animus and then run.
His animus is
-2 speed.
just to everybody?
Which one is the one that
Yep.
does plus 2 damage?
It doesn't specify living dudes now.
It does not.
That's rude. I can still charge?
Yep. Just
That's all I wanted to do.
And you get +1 for every.
Time lock.
No, I know.
Which is great when you've got Labyrinth too to potentially pop on me.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts.
But no, Winter's like the second strongest mortal character in the set.
And that's an additional -2 speed. Excellent. That's what I wanted to see. You want to see speed 0 Great Bears? Yes. Because that's probably going to be what happens right here.
Can you charge 3 inches, sir?
See?
You can run 5.
I'm not gonna keep that spell.
Still faster than walking.
It's still faster than walking.
Never thought about the run rule changes with that. With you lose speed like that.
Yeah. Because you still run.
I'm gonna summon D3 more cast imps.
Hopefully it's 1.
2.
Guards.
So many cast imps.
Well, they get to move.
No.
Oh, they're summoned.
Thankfully.
Yeah, these do not.
But they can be placed somewhere to contest and do all the fancy things.
Yes.
It's one of the only times cast imps can actually touch a flag.
Killers on that, or cross fields on that.
Yes, put him in the quicksand. If he gets knocked down, he'll take damage and die. Boom. That's right.
That changes.
He gets knocked down and he blows up anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of the point.
I'm really defensive.
There's about to be some shenanigans, and I'm looking forward to this. So
I'm trying to remember. Throw rules still stipulate that after the
there,
model
he's
is
gonna give him a
thrown,
corpse.
they are knocked down before
Hey,
taking
I found
damage.
one.
Correct?
I believe so. Yes.
That's what I thought.
He has to hit and kill something so he can run away.
Because you can still lob cast imps back at him.
Yes.
What's this guy got?
He has an ice hammer and the heavy chain guns. The heavy chain guns range 10 D3+1 POW 12 volume fire. The ice hammers is a POW 17. Sorry, I said 18 earlier. POW 17 crit freeze, range 1 melee weapon. Right now he is speed 7. And I do have careful reconnaissance to give him Pathfinder, if I so choose.
Ice, great bear.
Direwolf.
Oh.
It doesn't.
Not the right
it doesn't
syllables. I don't like it.
He's a dire wolf.
I'm sad.
Not close enough to Abyssal Gate me?
No, I wasn't going to Abyssal Gate you. I was going to enfeeble you.
Oh, that sounds rude. I can Banishing Ward and Feeble off.
How do you get the Banishing Ward up?
Ekaterina casts it.
Oh,
It does remove upkeep spells and Animai on the model or unit I cast.
Yeah,
on.
but you got to at least cast it.
Yeah. It makes me spin 2.
Get within 8 inches of that model.
Okay. So if you get within 10 of the, any of my Great Bears, you are -3 range to your spells if the the Dreamer gets that close. I don't think if the Dreamer gets to within 10 inches of any of my Great Bears,
But I can
you may
still arc.
save.
I can still arc the full distance.
Yes. As long as you're
That's all
not
that
casting the spell within 10.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start off with the Dreamer. She is going to arc and enfeeble through at him.
Cool beans. Def 10?
Crap. Really?
Yeah. I know. Super tough to hit.
I hit. You are
Surprise.
enfeebled, sir.
All right.
That would swap the watches for a weird and heartbeat.
Yeah, it's just
-2 to attack and damage rolls.
Correct.
Excellent.
Correct, sir.
no,
I'm gonna stay back here, kind of safe.
The Skinwalkers can actually have them and get used to. Yeah.
So the fact that you didn't kill any of my Caskimps means this guy literally has no Caskimps to summon. I'm out of models.
Ah, that's actually hilarious. I took I didn't have a shot, so we tried.
Good starter.
Yeah. How you doing today?
Getting tired.
I am as well.
Probably not very safe.
I've been tired all day.
So much
Mostly
tiredness.
tired this afternoon. I was pretty good this morning.
At camp last week, my body got used to getting up at 5:30 in the morning for some reason. And I just kept doing that.
No.
I don't like it.
I have coworkers that start working around in the morning, and I'm like, I usually get woken up by the sun, go to the bathroom, and then for like 3 more hours.
At camp, I sleep in a hammock. I don't have tent. I just sleep in a hammock. I strung my hammock up east to west, and I laid facing east. So the moment the sun came over the mountains, it was in my face.
I used to think I had more Caskimps, but
Yeah, my bedroom at home has a beast.
I thought you did too.
let's not.
There are times when I really hate that.
Rob has played Grymkin since the depths of Mark III. When they came out, actually, he bought them at the Lock and Load where they were released.
Did you really know?
He did.
So actually, I
Well, you bought the book.
I bought the book, and on the flight home, decided I was playing.
That's right.
Because like I read the book and I was like, oh, I love the fluff.
Because I thought I was the first one to play Grymkin. I didn't play it for long.
I'm just waiting.
I could be very wrong on that.
I figured you had to die.
I didn't play them for long either.
Nope.
But
I just put your friends down on chairs and then co-opted by other people. Okay, never mind.
I stopped playing before the clock came out.
Let's see, what Arcana cards am I triggering this turn?
The original clock looks like I like it, but at the same time, for considering how
So for those of you at home, this is something I've done to Rob quite often. Rob, on your turn, on my turn, I am triggering Labyrinth and Ill Omens.
I don't know if you're going to trigger Labyrinth.
Sorry?
I don't think you're going to trigger Labyrinth.
actually
I'm too far back.
almost reminds me of TikTok.
I'm triggering Labyrinth.
Challenge accepted.
Because you also took Fortune's Path and Sacrifice.
You know what I would buy? That
Yeah,
the no
Ill
can
Omen
buy?
and Labyrinth.
A visor. A hat that doesn't have a top.
I was thinking about hats earlier today, actually.
I like hats, but like
I get a corpse.
this is a lot.
We have talked, actually had quite a few requests locally for merch. For folks outside of Denver, we've not had any questions yet. But Chad, if you'd like to see merch, let us know. We might look into it a little bit more.
They're pretty great.
Yeah, we can
When
look
I
at
wear
it.
a hat, I'm wearing.
Because we were talking about shirts and stuff for cons, and rather than
Yeah.
buying a dozen shirts for each, a hat might be
Right?
easier.
Oh God! Somebody turned off my sprinklers. They flipped the valve, my exterior valve. It's on the outside of my house. It almost killed all of my grass. I didn't realize it.
Was that someone you?
No, absolutely not. I love my grass. I've spent a lot of time. Like, I'm not exactly going in with scissors and cutting it that way, but I've spent a lot of time cultivating and repairing that lawn. Like when we bought the house 4 years ago, that front yard was barren. Like, it was pretty much bare, and we just put so much time into it.
So 1, 2, 3,
Bit of
4.
order activation shenanigans.
I like the modern
Mainly because Shield guy sucks.
Never applies to
Well, I mean, when you moved him, he wasn't in for animation until you 10, and then when you moved him back, it kind of
All right, over to you, sir.
changed. It's like,
Really?
I definitely shoot that.
Okay.
Because making it look okay costs just about as
Yeah,
much.
because you just said move.
The Mirage is on your.
15%.
You should that.
Excellent. So,
Okay. You just-
Ekaterina, we'll start there because you did not trigger Avenging Force.
So what's their defense?
So Ekaterina goes up to 7. I'm going to upkeep Avenging Force. I'm going to upkeep Superiority. I am going to let Vanishing Ward drop.
14.
So Ekaterina will have 5.
We are starting the bottom of round 2.
That's right. So we will start scoring here soon. You are towing this zone just to make sure that was the intention there.
Yep, towing the zone, and I have a.
You are towing the zone. You are towing the heck out of the zone, and you are in this zone, plus your objective anyway. So, Ekaterina goes to 5. My surviving 4 warjacks all have functioning cortexes. Cortexes, I think, is actually the
Cortex Eye.
cortices.
Cornices.
Cortisol.
All right, so they'll all power up. Because Ekaterina's a selfish turd. She doesn't give any of her focus out. She needs all of it this turn.
All the focus.
All the focus. What is the Clockatrice's defense? Is it 13?
13.
Seems real good.
We're going to take our second.
It's going to be a rough turn for me. Let's see how this goes. All right, so let's talk about stuff.
And
I
things.
think we're going to do the easy things first.
Wood.
Shot attack on yourself.
13.
2-inch reach, so this guy's engaging.
16.
Engaging. This guy should also be engaging. He should be the only one who's not. And he's all the way in cover, which is awesome.
8 damage.
Wow.
This full shot into the spell motto.
To get things to work the way I want, hot swapping is not going to happen this turn.
The spell motto.
Charlie just came out this week.
It's a 12. 18.
Hey, do we know if the EG has some extra defenses?
I don't. I was going to ask him.
They're out.
Yeah. Okay. I bought one box. I was debating on buying a second one.
Gets it.
Come
Matt,
on, man, let us buy our first one.
no, Matt,
Though they were supposed to order one for me, but
No, they-
obviously they
they-
didn't get that order.
they ordered an extra one and Matt bought
Second
it.
shot at.
So blame Matt.
So big.
What do you think? Grenade?
Matt needs as much defenses as he can get.
That's true. True story.
But I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
I have it on here.
Rim shot.
Oh, there's. Do you have take up or shield guard or something with these guys?
No,
Cool.
they're there to die, sir.
Well, what about him? Does he not die if I kill?
So if you kill him, I blow up. Enemy models take within 3 inches take a POW 12 and continuous fire.
Cool. We're going to do a lot of silliness this turn. So let's go ahead, actually, and we're going to start with Ekaterina. All right, so this is how this is going to work. Ekaterina is going to go. She is going to move up to here, right next to my objective,
Because you can move over me.
to get that Skin and Bones within 14, to get your Cage Rager, that Madcap, not that Skin and Bones. The Death Knell is inside as well. I don't think that Crabbit is.
Dude, you better be careful. Crabbit charges.
That's right. Yeah, he'll be knocked down further away with any luck. Oh no, he'll just be knocked down, which will be fine. So she's going to walk to there. We're going to go and spin 2 to Banishing Ward this guy.
No, you.
Which means, yep. Feeble goes away. We're going to spin 3 for Invocations of Wrath. That is Signs of Importance for my entire army, but only on attack rolls, not damage.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
We're going to go ahead and use Power Swell. I can only use 1 card on a model.
1 card per model per turn.
That is like my favorite card. Yeah.
2 cards per round.
We're actually going to give her take cover. She now has cover.
Sounds good.
I think that's the call right now.
So, quick question. I don't have a whole lot of shooting.
The Dreamer.
Spell attack.
I am worried about the Dreamer hitting me.
We're kind of close.
Hitting me for sleep.
Let me see if I can freeze you with the Dreamer shot. She a lot of times can't do something to.
Well, I'm not immune to cold or anything like that.
Living Warrior model becomes stationary, so I can make you stationary.
Yes. So we're going to take so we are definitely taking cover. I'd like to be Def 19 against that, please. And then her feet gets popped, which will also help.
No, I did not expect a feat on the bottom of 2.
I know, right? No one expects the bottom of 2 feet.
By Ekaterina.
So Storm of Aegis, just to read out loud for folks at home and for you. Enemy models / units activating in Baranova's control range suffer -2 speed, cannot charge, and cannot make slam or trample power attacks. When a friendly model in Baranova's control range is targeted by a ranged or arcane attack, the attack suffers -4 range. Storm of Aegis lasts 1 round. So
I'm sorry, what's the negative range to?
So you are -2 speed if you activate in her control.
Yep.
You can't charge, you can't charge, slam, or trample power attack. And then if you target a model in her control,
I'm minus what?
you are
range?
-4 to the ranged or arcane attack.
Range and arcane.
Yes.
Sweet beans. I don't think I could get you then.
Probably not. Because she feels like it. She's going to wing a shot at that dude over there with her pistol blade. She's rat 6 against the big guy.
17 engaged.
Looking for an 11. I do have my Signs of Importance up, so we're throwing 3 dice at it. Does he have dodge or anything silly?
I do not have dodge.
Cool. So I'm just looking for an 11. Survey says no on a 7. Because I am 3 dice drop the lowest. So she's done. Now the fun stuff. So I'm going to kill some warrior models and trigger ill omens. We're going to go ahead and activate. They're outside of control actually. So we're going to go ahead and do this
So
guy.
remember, Ill Omens requires you to kill something in control.
Yes.
Shroud does not.
Fortune's Path. That's
Actually, I'm sorry. Play this card when an enemy model destroys a friendly Grymkin warrior model. Ill Omens does not care about control area anymore.
Phenomenal.
The Grymkin, they've been slowly making these changes. The Grymkin Arcana stopped caring about control range.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm killing your warrior models. This guy's going to go. He is speed 6. I'm going to start in melee, and we're going to end in melee as well. I'm going to end within 1 inch and just walk around over to this side.
Sounds awesome.
Before he moves, actually, he's going to battle plan these guys to give them Swift Hunter.
Sounds even better.
So I just modeled my own chain. I just took a wire and then I modeled the chain over the wire. Because mine's actually swinging her.
And then he's going to shank this guy. I am now within 14 of Ekaterina, so he is going to get the Signs of Importance buff.
Defense 13.
I should be a 7. I am a 7.
D6.
Number 6, 3 dice drop the lowest. Survey says 5. So we're going to go and take a shot.
Does he give inspiration to himself?
No, he doesn't give inspiration. It's just the officer. So we're going to take the hand cannon shot. It does have pistol, so I'm rat 7. Oh, hey, I found the one guy in my army with tough.
Need a 6.
feet, so
If I can roll inside the thing, I will hit with an 11.
Arm 14.
POW 12. Dice off 2.
Resik has her.
Oh my gosh. Andrew the heck out of that. This is off to a good start.
Well done.
Andrew, you come on. Come on. Come on. I want to at least have a game.
Okay.
You earned a sad trombone.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. No,
Please.
don't. Not yet. Not yet. We'll get there. Don't you worry.
Need more dice?
We did the same thing to Mark 3.
Don't touch my dice.
Altoid. Yeah, I'll curse them. Don't do that. I'll curse your dice too. Don't let me touch stuff.
In Legion, but
It's a good thing my other job's not selling dice.
Your curse only lasts for a short period of time, as determined.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and activate
Legion flying over.
these gentlemen.
Sounds good.
Go flying over, buddy.
He's going to do his battle plan, his melee battle plan. Stir the blood on these helmets.
Gotcha.
He hasn't got a feat.
He is just so high. Do I have pistol? I don't think I do.
Stupid feet.
They do have pistol. So if I shoot a guy that I'm engaged with, and they're engaging another target, they still get the defensive melee bonus. Correct? Okay. So that guy's safe. That's not very-
Means I can't have the angel get charged and then push everything away and then charge over it.
Focus.
Harbinger biggest benefit was just that she got the pre-med.
Man, that is they're in a sad state. It's all right though. They're gonna go ahead and advance. They're gonna walk 5.
Servitor bowling. Servitor bowling was my favorite, especially when someone didn't know what it did. There was a lot of weird plays.
Okay, so they'll walk, and we're gonna go ahead and do some shots.
Sounds awesome.
So we're gonna go ahead and do shot number 1 from this center guy. We're gonna target this dude.
Sounds good.
So 10-inch is gonna, it's gonna go here, here, here.
Okay.
So, are any of these guys within 14? All of them are. All right, let's trigger ill omens. So,
Hasn't helped you so far.
so shot number 1.
Defense 13.
Yep. So he's the one who's not engaged. So he's just a 13. I'm a.
Actually, no. Yeah,
That
he's
guy
engaged.
should be.
He's engaged.
Oh, never mind.
So, but your sprays don't care.
Sprays do care.
Sprays care now?
Sprays care.
Defense
So
7.
never mind. I'm not hitting anybody. I'm rat 6. So I'm looking for an 11 on 2 dice.
5 inches is small.
We're not going to shoot that guy then.
Melee or ranged attack targeting the enemy.
Oh, this is brutal. Okay, instead, he's going to target this big guy.
Sounds good. You got 2 models that are.
Yeah, so him who's not engaged, and then he who is engaged.
So the 13 against the guy who's not in.
Yep. So I'm a 6, looking for a 5 on 3 dice, drop the lowest.
Wait, no. You're a 6 looking for us. I'm a 13.
A 7, sorry.
Yeah, you need a 7.
I will hit with a 10, and then the big guy is 13 up to 17.
13 up to 17.
So I'm looking for an 11. I'll get close, but not there.
Armor
So,
14.
POW 13. So I'll drop him.
I will trigger ill omens at the end of
I
that.
bet you will. And then we're going to go in Swift Hunter.
That works for me.
And is it board wide -1?
Yeah, it's board wide.
This guy charging there. Your defense is.
Okay.
Your defense is.
So we're going to go ahead then, and this guy is going to try to shoot this dude.
6, powerful charge.
I'm just looking for a 12. You're engaged?
I'm engaged.
So here to here.
100 feet. Should be.
Nope. And then this guy is going to try shooting the same target.
But this guy's the one that's charging anyway. So power 11 up to.
An 11 will miss because you are on -1.
I'm on ill omens up.
Needing a 6 again. Gets it.
They will repo 2.
One guy gets Swift Hunter.
Yeah, you already Swift 100.
Oh, okay, got it.
I mean, I was going to take care of it.
All right, so that went badly. This is obnoxious. -6.
I was in my feet range. I'll trigger right now. But he chose good. No, only cohort models can go.
Okay, so, well, since that's going that well, we're going to go ahead and have Volkova go next. She is going to move up to like right behind this dude. She's going to get within 3 of this guy, and she is going to ancillary attack. Well, so does he have stealth or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet? Did you take Shroud? Didn't think that's what I was triggering this turn.
Yeah, that's what I said. You thought you guys were going to nuke your movement, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to take Shroud.
Right.
The Shroud will trigger when it's destroyed by... Yep. Well, I guess a warrior model, and
by a shooting attack.
your whole army gets stealth.
Oh no, only models within her control area.
No,
No, everyone does.
everyone.
No, while in the control. Stealth is while in the warlock's control area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's everybody?
It's everything that you care about.
Except for Isaiah over there, but yeah.
He's like 17 or 18.
Okay, no, this will work still. I still have sentry duty, so. Cool. So we're going to auxiliary attack this guy.
Sounds good. Who are you going to shoot?
He's going to go and take that shot. What defense on the Mad Cat?
14. I'm just adding my +1.
And on the Skin and Bones also 14?
14.
I need a 9 either way. Take the shot into the Mad Cat. So range 15 into that guy.
Good.
I'm 5 looking for a 9. Boxcars will do it. He'll take a POW 15 and be knocked down. What's his armor?
He can't be knocked down, but he's going to be armor 16.
Armor 16, dice -1 for 3.
Playing both sides. Boxcars to 4s.
Yeah, that went badly. This is going
Let me check
great.
something real quick.
Shroud is destroyed. What's up?
Yeah. So yeah.
Because you were extra armor from the death knell, right? You included that in your armor?
I did not.
So take off 2 more damage.
Speaking about how much I'm going to kill this turn, it doesn't make
This is going great.
But there we go.
Yeah! Dig it. All right, so that was auxiliary attack.
He's going to use sentry duty. He's going to aim.
You know, if you don't actually hurt me,
Shoot. There you go.
it's going to be really hard for me to trigger my Arcana.
I'm noticing. So we're going to go ahead and activate this Great Bear now.
Okay. Do you want to aim?
I actually need to get in the zone, so...
Did you do? Oh no, it was large base. Okay.
Actually, we're going to activate this unit of Arcanist first. They're going to take a walk up to here, and they're going to get placed, and that's all they need to go, because they will throw out some empowers. We're going to empower this direwolf right here twice.
Okay. He's going to go to 3.
He's going to go to 3.
No!
He's got things to do. And we're going to empower this Great Bear once.
Oh,
Sounds good.
Now this Great Bear is going to go. He's going to take a leisurely stroll on up here into the zone. Stay within 14. And then we're going to take a shot, range 15, against your Skin and Bones. So we're going to boost my to hit, because you're effectively def 14. So I'm going to get an extra die, drop the lowest. I'm a 5 looking for a 9. I will hit with a 13. I don't think there's a crit effect, but since you're large base, you are knocked down.
Can't be knocked down.
I can't knock down your Skin and Bones?
Stumbling drunk.
Do you stumble?
Yes, I do stumble.
Which, when does that trigger? Right now or after the damage?
After damage, and then I move.
Cool. So it is POW 15. I'm going to boost that damage.
16, 17, 18, 19.
It is POW 16.
Yeah, it's range 50 on the gun.
Yeah, I read you out 15. So POW 16, what's your armor?
16 plus 3 right now, so 19.
19, dice off 3. That seems okay. 11 to your 4. And you can heal him, but
I will stumbling drunk. 1 inch.
do you pick or does it go directly away?
Directly away.
That actually does exactly what I need it to then. All right. And now to transition to something entirely different. This guy's outside of an inch. That's rude.
I am going to aim where I am.
So we're going to go and activate the Winter Korps infantry.
What's the blast damage on it?
8.
So this guy, and he doesn't look like he's engaged. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get a charge off on anybody. So we're just going to go ahead and walk. We're going to walk this guy.
You didn't put it on.
He's going to walk closer in on speed 5, so he's going to get a 3-inch move, which is plenty to get all up in this business.
I'm going to waste a focus here, but
And then the 2-inch placement,
powerful attack. So everything's good here.
if I don't drop all my models.
But he's red. He's using sentry duty. Blast damage on so he's red 8 currently. You're 14?
14.
You are going to go here, and you are going to go...
So power.
You can't fit
14
there.
on him,
Okay.
And then power 8 on each of these 3.
I will deploy. Plus 2. Don't roll snake eyes.
Yep, that's not going to work either.
And then power 8.
Same. 12.
And the flag is happy where he is. Yeah, that's a lie. We're going to...
And what's this one on?
So they're gonna light themselves.
All right. So there's that. Stab some dudes in the face. So, we're going to go and start the flag into here. He has a hand weapon. They all have hand weapons.
Defense 14.
Okay, I believe I am a 5 up to a 6 or a 6 up to a 7. So I am a 5 up to a 6 because of inspiration on here. I do get 3 dice drop the lowest. And you're a 14. So I'm looking for an 8.
That's a 4 to 7 damage.
That's a 4. All right, we're going to do this guy into the warhorse here.
Let's get that in.
I said
On the
7.
dice.
I tell you
I will hit on a 9. Power strength 9.
Okay.
Armor 17.
Dice off 8. No damage. This is going bad. This is going very badly. There's 2 guys there. So I guess this guy into here.
Defense 14.
Looking for that 8 again. I'm 5 up to a 6. I'll hit with a 9.
Armor 17. No, armor 15. Sorry, armor 15.
I'm a 9, so dice off 6. That is an 8.
Is that with a shooting attack or a melee?
That's a melee attack.
Okay, and who was it?
This guy.
And this guy?
Yes.
shoot.
So we're going to go and do this guy into here.
Sounds good.
So he is a 9. I'm sorry, I'm a 6 looking for a 9 to hit you. No, looking for an 8, right? You're a 14?
Aiming to red.
So I'm going to hit you with an 11. Power strength 9. I am dice off 6.
Dice off 6.
For no damage. Then this last guy here.
16 plus the 5, 21, but it is also
Looking for a 9 to hit. Sorry, an 8 to hit. And that's a 6.
devastation. Everyone hit by the
I have one more guy in the unit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Fortune's Path.
AoE 3.
I just don't think I can get enough work on you underneath her feet. So nope, go ahead.
He's going to shoot because he's not close enough to melee. So D3 plus 1 shots is going to be 4.
Who's
So he's going to shoot into here. You're def 13, 14 with ill omens, 18 with
2 inches directly away.
with engaged. I am a 5 up to a 6 because of inspiration, up to an 8 because of volume fire, because you're a large base. So I'm looking for a 10 on 3 dice drop the lowest. So number 1.
and how many shots you got?
4.
4. Do it.
Shot number 1.
That's a hit.
That's a 10. Holy cow. It's POW 11 up to 13 because you're a large base. It is shooting.
It's throw.
So we're gonna go with armor 17.
Dice off 4
And then probably
for 6 points.
He's dead.
All right.
I
That
will-
guy was mad at things.
I will trigger Shroud.
All right.
I can't hear you the sound of the DACA.
He's got some more shots though.
He's Jesse Ventura at Predator.
I don't think anyone's within. Nope, that one Cascum right there is within 5. So he shoots that guy.
Defense 13, sir.
All right. So I'm a 5 up to a 6 because of inspiration, and that's it because you're a small base. So 13, I'm looking for a 7. That is a 5. I have rolled spectacularly.
We got a couple more shots at it.
Instead of suffering
Yeah.
damage,
Let's throw more dice at it.
not directly hit suffering
No,
damage,
no, no.
with power,
This
we
guy
can
is
blast
frustrating.
damage.
Oh, I have Unstoppable, but
Collateral damage is
yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot this guy. So you're 13 up to a 14 up to an 18.
essentially a blast damage roll.
And I'm just trying to hit 12s. I've got 2 shots.
Okay.
It's not going to do much.
I want to aim with him. That'd be nice. 10. Last shot. 10.
See his models hit the
I'll miss. Okay.
Okay, I thought it said the direct one.
Yeah, because if he can not be there, not engaging him, that'd be great.
thrown D6
I don't have gunfighter.
away from the attacker. Roll the distance once or more.
And I'm not close enough to punch you, which is the other problem. Because if I was, that'd be easy.
Damage. Models hit but not directly hit suffer
Pro
damage.
play there by the Grymkin player.
Equal
Yep.
to the blast damage roll of weapon. So it gets through blast resistance. The power of collateral damage is equal to the blast damage of the power of the weapon.
He's so stuck in there right now, too.
How
do I handle that?
So
I guess I'm just going to have to move. That's a bummer. All right, so we're going to activate these guys. They're going to stay as is, actually. They chill there. They don't actually move. Aiming doesn't do anything because it's an arcane attack.
so
This guy is going to Razor Wind over here.
So she takes I roll a 6. So
Actually, we're going to Razor Wind over there. Nope, that's going to potentially get my guy, and knowing me, I'll kill me. Worth it.
damage on her.
So he's going to Razor Wind.
No, it did
Nope,
the
I can't
blast
see that guy
damage.
because that base works. So we Razor Wind here.
Sounds good.
It's just that one guy. You're a 13, 14, 18. I'm a 5. Actually, I can't hit you. I'm a 13. I need a 13. Yeah.
Boxcars always hit.
See if I can roll boxcars. The other 2 guys empower this guy. I guess we'll just do that now.
It just says instead of blast damage, you take a power.
His range 6. We'll double check that first. Sweet.
Yeah, I've like triple.
All right.
It's really weird.
Boxcars. Let's do it, baby. Oh, he did it!
So you get hit with the.
Holy cow!
Oh no, what did Andrew do?
Oh my gosh, I actually hit a guy.
Andrew hit a guy.
Well, the best part about this is I'm about to get a focus because I'll kill a guy with an arcane attack. So Razor Wind is POW 12. POW 12. What is your armor?
15.
Dice off 3. 4 points. So long shadows on Ekaterina triggers. A living enemy warrior model dies in her control because of an arcane attack. She picks up a focus. Woo. She's no longer camping 0. I messed up myself.
Zero camp.
I un-0 camped. Neat.
I might have actually taken a run at it without a camp.
Yeah, that's why I did
Depending
cover.
on how bad you jack up that clock.
The goal is for it to be dead.
It's hard to kill a clock.
You popping Shroud means this guy gets exactly where he wants and kills the clock. All right, so this guy's going to go. He's going to move because he has to.
So do remember your -2 speed.
Yeah, so I'll walk 2, and that's all I need to do is get outside of your melee range here.
And do you have, unstoppable or whatever?
I do.
Natural.
That doesn't get me out. Yeah, we're going to go backwards.
But you gotta stay within 5.
No, I don't. I'm going to give him eyeless sight.
You get hit twice. I get it.
And then it says collect.
I'm outside of 2.
I think they need to.
How do you give him eyeless sight?
Sentry dude,
It doesn't.
Who gives him?
the command
Oh,
card.
the card. Got it.
So we are going to go ahead and pop sentry duty. He's going to have eyeless sight this turn.
But you can't be knocked down at least. So that's
Well,
And then he's going to go ahead and spin up his grinders and shoot.
Defense 14, sir.
All right, well, so the grinders are 2d3 shots.
wrong.
and again,
Yeah! Yes! Oh, it's the best! Because I'm the best around. Nothing gonna ever bring me down. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot that guy first. So def 12 up to 13. I'm a 5. I'm gonna boost my to hit because why the heck not? Oh, that was debilitatingly frustrating. All right, so let's roll some dice at you. I need an 8 on 4 dice drop the lowest. I'm gonna hit you with a 14. It is a POW 12.
Dice. I'll get a corpse over here.
You sure will. The second shot.
measured that 10 inches for the net.
Yeah. Second shot's into here. We're gonna go and boost that to hit. Same thing. Looking for an 8. I will hit.
I gain another corpse.
And I boosted damage because why not? It's really open for at least one more shot. That's a bummer. That is a huge bummer. Okay, so
All attack rolls as long as they are in her control. She is control range 10. If you are in my control range,
So we're going to go ahead and start over here on the superiority guy. I am -2 because of Labyrinth. He is +2 because of...
I'm not Labyrinth. No Labyrinth. He's straight movement.
Oh, he's straight movement. Cool. So he's just speed 7. We're going to go ahead and spend 1 to charge. We're going to charge the clock.
It doesn't matter. You're giving stealth.
So speed 7, I've got a 10-inch move.
If it's said while this model is alive, then it wins.
I'm going to go up to here. So 1 to charge.
Sounds good.
Right, yeah, let's do some shot.
Like actually pull the disc.
Our anniversary for our very first stream ever is actually next Thursday.
Oh, wow.
17.
I checked earlier.
How is 16?
Yeah, just get everybody.
What? Yay! Yay! I feeded.
Yeah, but
All right, so he gets up here.
impressions out.
That sounds
I'm
awesome.
going to boost my to hit with the ice hammer.
Defense 14 on the clock.
Defense 14 on the clock. So I'm a 6 with Ekaterina's Invocations of Wrath up. So I'm looking for an 8 on 3 dice drop lowest. I do a crit freeze. I will crit on a 14. So you are the frozen, unless I can't freeze you. It is auto boosted damage, POW 18.
Armor 18.
Sorry, 17. So dice
Armor
off.
19.
Dice off 2. Is going to be 8 to his 5. Which is probably, I don't think I broke anything.
I like to kill stationary anyway.
He is stationary anyway. So I'm going to get D3 +1 shots with the heavy chain gun. I'll take 4. Okay.
I can't hear you.
So you're def 9 engaged. Because you're stationary
I don't
and
think
then
I
you're
can be
engaged.
engaged.
Well, stationary.
But I am engaging you.
don't
So
think-
I'm shooting for def 5.
Yep.
So I need anything butts to hit you on 3 dice drop the lowest. So shot number 1.
Sounds awesome.
Shot 1 is no fun.
All right, so shot number 1. So I'm going to hit you. It is POW 12 up to 14 because of volume fire. So dice off 5.
19.
Yeah, so dice off 5. I'm a 12 up to a 14. Off 5 says 40 or 4, which actually triggers the clock's ability.
No, it doesn't.
Oh. Yep, I missed the call. Shot number 2. It's like same thing, looking for anything but. I tried, but a 4 will do it. So same thing, dice off 5 is going to be 2 to your 4.
That got it.
Okay. Clock's to you to do the thing.
Stationary can't do the thing.
No, he still can teleport.
Still teleport.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a teleport.
It's not a move.
that's teleport. Defense 14.
Well, I'm all sorts of wrong.
Yeah, the clock is real good.
Yeah.
I was working on the feet button for the stream, so I was a big attention.
Yeah.
Shield guard, POW 14 boosted.
Am I still within 5?
No.
Cool beans.
Who are you with?
9 damage.
So I only have a
1
1
inch
inch
or 2
reach.
inch reach?
1 inch reach. And the goal is to stand outside of melee?
Yeah, I want to be 1 inch at least. I'm gonna make
You're
you try to
kosher.
shoot me to death.
Yep. I still have 2 shots.
Yep.
that Cast Imp over there within 5? It is. Because suddenly I can reach the Cast Imp. So believe it or not, I shoot the Cast Imp.
Well, he's shooting that, chat. If you are looking at the screen,
The Cast Imp is def 13. I'm looking for an 8.
I added a feet button. I'd like some feedback, if you don't mind. Is it readable?
There's no way I can hit. And then the last shot we're going to throw into the clock.
Well done,
So looking for anything but on 3 dice drop the lowest. I'll hit on a 10. We are going to boost that damage. So it is a POW.
Dice minus 5.
Dice off 5. Just 3 dice. It's going to be 10 points.
in chat or
to
in
the
comments, in chat or in comments later on YouTube. Let me know what you think of that feet button.
3 boxes left, sir.
All
Make
right.
edits if needed.
That is an unfortunate number of boxes left.
Not overly readable. Thank you. I will see what I can do about that.
Everyone but you.
We'll roll the dice quite literally.
I mean, it's overkill on him. That's the thing I'm thinking about.
So this is only rank 3.
I don't think I actually need the overkill that bad.
Got a shield cannon.
But then that's the only.
It's risky.
Right. No, you're
See, Andrewing it up. It's
you're
very
stationary, and I get 3 dice to top the lowest.
What's the POW?
14. It's dice off 5.
Dice off 4. So I'm 19.
No, you're 19. Yeah, so dice off 5. I'm POW 14.
Oh, I thought you said 50. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Dice off 4. That means you could roll 1, 1, 1. I've seen you roll less than 7 on 3 dice.
Yeah.
But I will tell
Well,
you. I agree.
actually no. So
I
here's
don't know. So here's what I would say. Can I get to you underneath your feet?
probably not.
So do
And
you lose a whole lot?
so here's what I do. We're actually going to go ahead and take a leisurely stroll over there. I am speed 4. That's actually not enough. I have to charge. No. That's so frustrating.
Yeah, but then you'll auto hit with the.
Yeah, but I'm fishing for the crit smite. Because if before I can kill you, I can knock over the skin and moans. Well, I can't because you're stumbling drunk over there.
Somewhat drunk.
But you can get collateral on it.
Yeah, but
Which is what, 14?
Well, and already, like, this Great Bear... Oh, that's the dire wolf.
3 range. Like 6.
You know what? So this is what we're going to do. We're actually going to go ahead because we're going to make this very rude. He is going to charge here.
sounds good.
So 1 to charge. Some speed 4. I get a 7-inch move. So I am going to go... I'm going to butt slam for a second because we're going to bulldoze you back an inch into this guy. And then I'm going to finish my move. Now we're going to hit you with my mace.
Auto hit.
I'm actually going to try for the crit. So we're going to roll. I will not miss, but I'm also not going to crit. So you're taking a POW 19.
Straight dice.
Straight dice damage on the charge.
Don't roll 3 ones.
No, that 3 ones would still do it. Also, that was a 16.
He gets evaporated.
I'm going to spin him around real quick.
Over there. Have a day.
That's yours. This is mine.
That's a parallel. Sorry. I'm unused to.
So, because I still have a range shot left, we're going to go and shoot that Cast Imp right there.
Defense 13, sir.
I am a 5. Looking for an 8. I will hit with a 10. It takes about 14.
I'll get another corpse.
Yes. That is the Banishing Ward guy.
13 point gun.
Okay, we're going to see how many mistakes I made. Actually, my mechanic needs to go. He's going to run.
I had extra nerve. I may not have beaten that turn, but we'll see how it goes.
I don't know anything about my stats on this dude. So he's speed 5, so we'll run 10.
Beating to kill 1 nerve. I guess it is.
Jack Hunter works against clocks, doesn't it?
No,
Can be knocked down.
because it's not a Warjack.
Warjack. Okay, not construct.
3 armor is going to be handy.
They've gone. They've gone. He's gone. They've gone. Gone. Everyone's gone. All right. Take it away, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by turning her incorporeal this turn.
Okay.
Then I will start my. I will upkeep. I'm going to upkeep Mirage,
No matter what.
and then I will.
I have to give up all of my heavies just to get rid of those 4 units, which means I have nothing to follow up. If I do that and then run away, then you win on scenario.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm pushed too far back. There's nothing I can do.
I'm gonna let that drop.
Damiano's not close enough to get to him.
What's up, sir?
How do you get magical weapons in your army?
I can give them out with these guys to Warjax. She also has guidance.
I guess 17 against charges.
Mirage.
Where's her 14 end?
Plus their armor 16.
Yep.
So
Measure
if
towards this guy.
any part of that unit activates within it, you will
any
still take
part of
it.
it.
Yes.
Man, why couldn't you kill that guy?
AoE.
Because I suck. I rolled so badly to try to kill this one dude.
Lined up to
It was actually sad.
5.
So let's go right there.
Right. Okay.
Does he have not 2-inch reach, I assume?
He is 1. 1 and zeros.
Let's go.
No, Warcraft is an AoE.
Yeah, I know.
But the blast damage will kill me, so the spray.
Right there. You're trying to be. You're not going to get outside of an inch of either. So.
Yeah, I just was trying to.
There,
Yeah.
you'll kill 5.
Okay.
I am a power.
Yep. High likelihood that you'll kill 5.
Okay.
At least 4, I would say. You might be bad on my watch. And Jellius is probably going to handle all these guys on his own without too much effort. Even if he frenzies next to it, then you're like, whatever, this is the important stuff. These guys are a little bit more of a problem. Because their armor, well no, they're under feet, so they're going to be +3 armor, so you'll do 2 feet. Yeah, hey, it's only 12 range from him currently.
Unless you're. If I can get a refill, that's cool. Thank you.
Not 12.
Alright, I'm gonna buy a melee attack.
Has chat said anything while you're working on that?
They are. They're giving me suggestions here.
Excellent.
Parallax is a hell of a thing, but they are further away.
Oh.
So they're very killable by the Angelius. These guys are harder to kill.
So my kind of taking stock of this is I'm losing another heavy this turn, but I don't think I'm
You're
losing
guaranteed
2.
losing a heavy.
I don't think you're
I don't
taking
think I
2.
can lose 2.
No.
You know, just don't think I can get you to lose 2.
Up to 14, so that's a 7.
Because he has 2-inch reach or 1-inch?
1-inch.
So I am not.
He is 2.
Dog's gonna go.
You can't charge though inside of my threat range, and I don't think your gun puts my guys to sleep. You are also -4 range on guns and arcane attacks targeting stuff in my controller.
Yeah.
It's -5s on those.
Yep.
So yeah, you're a sleepwalker. If it's a living warrior model, it'll put me to sleep, but it will not work on my jacks.
This guy.
Oh, I think you did a pro play there. I think you are outside of 4 inches.
Could be straight dice with that guy.
You are only -2 speed, but yeah,
Well, no, it's more of a.
the charge.
It's more of I can't lob a spell at him and do.
I can take it.
Like I can't do multiple things together.
Yes.
Teslas model unit.
So right now there is a direwolf, I believe, within 10 inches of you.
So I think.
Are you or no?
Take you that many resources to kill the unit.
Sorry, it was hard to see from there.
I'm within 10 right now.
So, with Mage Static, if you cast a spell inside of his controller, it's +1 to cost and -3 to range. So you'll want to back up.
I can back up.
Israel's the one that's probably likely to die, but you can position in such a way that you kind of.
But that's good news for me. Now we're going to start bullying your caster. Yay! This list is going to do what it wants to do. What? I'm still going to lose. I just want to be clear to chat. I'm going to lose.
But those still want space.
1, 2, 3.
Except I can't roll to save my
on my
life.
turn, but then you still get another turn.
I'm Andrewing it up so hard.
Dice tell stories.
So I think like it's not a right.
Story for Andrew's dice. Sad. Sadness, misery. Leave me alone to wallow in my pile of cheesy misery.
You're not mad, you're just disappointed.
No, I'm mad. No, the critical stuff that needed to happen happened for me. I can't complain too much, to be honest. Not blowing up a madcap on an auxiliary shot was weird, but what am I going to do? I also still power swell, so.
I'm surprised you weren't trying to take out this. Oh shit! No. So I determined that you are outside of 4 inches. That. Let's mark this guy because it matters. Can you mark him real quick?
Do you need a base underneath him?
Just get him out of the way. Just mark the back of his base.
Let's do this.
There we go. Put your finger on that model.
I am millimeters out.
Millimeters out. Perfect. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. If you were in.
He also is the banishing ward guy, so you can't target him with spells. If that mattered anyway.
Oh, I can't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was the one you enfeebled, and I said no.
That's the actual answer. I have no way of stripping that off, do I?
Oh, right.
Do you have a dispel shot? Because that totally works. I'm just happy I got a crit freeze off with an ice hammer. Way to get rid of spells? Nah, I don't think so. You've got other ways to get it in the list. Off camera, we're talking about things Alari might be missing. The one of the casters for Winter Korps. We'll talk about it more later. Right now, Rob's deep in the tank because I spent an hour on that last turn. I do still have Avenging Force up. Kind of forced to in a situation. I'm going to get it this turn.
Is it infantry models?
It is warrior models, yes.
Well, I can't get your warrior models.
Well, you only have to kill one. You only have to damage them. You don't even have to kill them. If you damage one of my warrior models, that counts. And inside my control, I think he's the only warrior model in my army not in my control.
But yeah, I mean, it's the same difference.
Because he repoed out.
No, he's in.
He's
actually,
out.
no, you're right. He's out.
So if you kill that guy, I don't Avenging Force.
For you to move to get 5.
We'll do that.
Just even the threat of it right now is all I'm looking for.
I did. I'm down to 2.
Okay.
All right, what's the defense?
Sorry?
So this one's 17 because you're in melee with me.
Okay.
You get
extra
Oh, does Invocation's Wrath last? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not getting out of activation attacks.
How'd you get defense off of the magic attack?
Magic counts towards it. Being in melee.
Oh, in melee because of the magic.
It's a turn anyway.
Because they decided to nerf magic into the ground.
It's not a pistol spray, so I do.
I don't think there's such a thing as
there is.
There's a magic pistol spray.
No, but there are pistol sprays.
I just don't think. I think magic just got nerfed into the ground.
So defense 17 there.
Offensive magic got nerfed into the ground.
And defense 15 there.
Armor 19?
Yes, sir.
17 here.
So he needs 7
He is superiority. He is def 13.
Ooh,
Sorry,
that's actually. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry his token had wandered off, but yes.
So that actually changes what I do.
You also can't knock him down.
And then just 5.
I put a lot of silliness up there.
So that goes.
He's the only one that survives.
And then power 14. Double ones to knock.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got him.
I think that'll
Got him.
Yeah, you just get the outlet inside.
Got him.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Got him.
Oh, I figured it out.
Figured it out?
Figured it out.
Do the thing.
Okay.
figured it
That's down.
Remember you are -2 speed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I start here.
Okay.
I back out outside of 10 inches.
I think it's like a scotch.
I think I'm a scotch. But I need to be more than 12 in.
Yeah, you're good. You're not outside a kill box.
There. Manifest for 3.
Okay. As one does.
Manifest for 3, and then I want to.
That's 7. You're 14.
15.
15 base.
15 was short.
What?
Short. So plus 15.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Artifice on herself again.
Okay.
I need an 8 to hit.
That,
Or 6 because of the
that'll leave her on 1.
We will hit.
Power
9, I think their swords are. Yeah, pound 9.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're gonna cast.
She's gonna go. She's going to move.
Yeah, they have Battle Wizard. They lost Combat Caster. They used to have both of them, so they could cast a spell. Charge. Then
She only
cast
has a
again.
3-inch move.
Yeah.
She's gonna go to right here. She's gonna give him enrage.
Cool.
And cast, elsewhere.
You can cast spells to a target that you're not in combat with. Like if you're in combat with one, you just say, I'm going to cast over there.
Yep.
Yes.
What's their defense?
That one.
He's going to walk 2 inches to just base to base right there.
Kiss.
Good.
Mortar's gonna answer.
You are defense 13.
Yes, sir.
I'm a 6. I need a 7
Okay. With Manifest,
with manifest.
I believe in you.
It's right on the edges. More attacks.
POW 16.
I am arm 19.
Yeah,
You're enraged, your POW 18? You're 19s?
19s. So be straight dice. Yeah. It's on the edge.
What is the defense on your work?
I've only got 4 boosts in me, so I could boost the first 2 and buy 2.
Axes, or are they 2 inches?
Boost the first 2 and buy 2. Straight dice, which means I'm averaging about 9s. 9, 18, no, 8s. 8, 16, and then 2 shots at 7s. Unless I can rip off your movement in the middle of it.
Do I have any upkeeps to keep? We're going to try and cast.
I always hate missing that first one.
Okay.
Right there.
Yep.
Boosted to hit.
So jury.
Hits. It's straight dice.
Okay.
I am
4 points
To my.
to the 1.
Okay.
I will move you back an inch.
we will hit you with a 5.
And you'll follow up.
Have you stab
Okay.
the horse in the butt with your axe rather than try to shoot the axe.
Now I've just got to roll.
Okay.
So I need 7. That's it.
Okay.
Straight dice.
What's their math?
9 points to the 3.
So again,
And I'll move you back an inch and just bump you into that guy.
Yep.
what's their armor?
Their power
Okay.
11 up to
Fine,
14
it's up.
feet because it lasts for 1 round.
It's not your model.
Need a 7.
Oh, okay. So power
That's
11,
a hit.
armor 22, dice of 11.
Straight dice.
Yeah.
10 points. To the 2.
That will get movement.
Oh, defense.
That will also get my head.
Doesn't matter. I can't push you anymore. I'm buying a 3rd attack.
Okay.
Or buying
And
my
anything but.
hits. Straight dice.
You're looking for a 7?
I
That'll
got
do
a
it.
It's friendly faction.
That will kill him.
So yeah, I guess
For those of you counting the over-under,
it's being friendly. I just take
1.
control of it.
Yeah. It'll probably be friendly. They just won't be
He remembered.
The first one. All right.
Okay, are you ready for the jank?
Yep.
Control on target enemy non.
Is he going to bulldoze me back towards the Skinnamones?
friendly during this, but not
Hits that guy just to make a little bit of room.
You want to push him a whole inch back or something
No, I
else?
want 2 inches.
Minus kiss, so it would still be.
Then he will finish his movement and touch him right there.
All right, we're gonna roll 11.
Bouncing me 2 inches that way?
2 points. I'll put these next to them just because it's going to be hard.
That'll work. What was his speed?
He's speed 4.
So
would've been
I still
speed-
think that would have worked with 2
Yeah,
inches.
that's why I walked him back.
Okay.
Because it was literally just a boom and then a boom.
That's awful. Okay. All right. Let the silliness continue.
Totally would.
Tell you what, let's double check something.
No, you're kosher.
2 inches
I already moved him.
No, I should have been closer on my measurements. It's close.
I'm
So as soon as I touch you, and then I
well
should,
because you were immediately there. So
yeah, I should be able to do
yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I'm
So
with
you
you.
moved a little bit, but flatter, but it doesn't really matter. I eyeballed it, but I should have been more exact. Okay, so
You still have to crack arm 22.
Another attack.
yeah,
Now, ranged weapons
But that stirs a skin and bones.
All right, I updated the feet button. How's that one look? That took me way too long to figure out how to do with Paint.net to outline those letters, but we got there. How does that new feet button look?
I didn't realize I didn't have the other nerve.
Change the opacity of the background a little bit, outline some letters, hoping that stands out a little better.
Probably a good thing the nerve was.
My first melee attack here. Yep, I am powered.
Or you could buy more melee.
Cart's moving up.
Thanks for the feedback, Joe. Appreciate that. And if you're watching this video later on the YouTubes, let us know in those comments as you are liking and subscribing everything. Let us know what you think.
He sure is. Shame you can't kill your own dudes to get closer.
Oh, that's right.
Not on purpose, anyway.
All right, so that negates the whole of him.
Actually, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that.
With the tractor.
And it's not even
Okay, dude, the question is I have an 18,
you cannot throw me, you cannot.
and you're at 22?
Yes. 20 base with a shield.
Yeah. All right.
I guess if you can take control.
I told you about Skin and Bones getting that chain strike, right?
Yeah. When you cheat, yeah.
When you cheat, I do get better. I don't think there's anything else I can do and improve. I can throw a couple firebombs at him, but at 22s, that's not going to do a whole lot of work. So let's just try and walk up and do some whacking.
Well, I mean, do the firebombs before him def 14, right? All right.
Surf will
Dodge gate. I'm pretty sure speed 4 gets you there, even with the penalty, so close enough to touch.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a 7 versus
A
like
10? I'm a 10.
So let's see if we cannot bolo that. Hey, I
That looks
did.
good. All right. What is your POW with the corpses?
So I am a 16 up to an 18.
Dice off 4.
Dice off 4.
You want to
I will
ruin that
boost.
left arm. All right.
Need a 5. Maybe we get a crit. No, we hit.
You do it.
Ooh, smells like Altoids.
Charging power 15.
That's a good start. 14 down to 10, so 10
To my.
to the 2.
That is 9, so you my new destiny.
Okay. That's not a bad start for hitting that shield. So.
Second attack hits.
Okay.
I will boost that damage.
And your threshold, your Fury 4.
So first shot is on there. We're at 7.
11
Yikes. Okay.
to the 5.
You will get the right arm, which is the mace arm. Is this Grievous?
No.
5.
Ooh, I should make it.
You should. I have Old Faithful. Do not let me Old Faithful this guy, because then I will pick up that Skin and Bones.
You could put those in a sock and do some damage.
Not get the benefit of having the +1. No, she absolutely.
But that means you're only playing 1 Arcana on my turn, right?
No, it's per player.
You still get it? All right.
I don't think she should have crit poison.
What else are you going to use it on?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to figure out what else I would trigger.
Be straight poison on her too.
Yeah, I'll savagery that. I'll savagery my next attack.
I guess actually,
Wait. Does savagery have to be cast before?
that's what I wanted to check too.
Anytime during the activation. So
Cool.
I'll
So
activate
you're
now.
now it's Savagery. Cool.
Hey, you're now grievous wounded.
Yay.
Dice -4 still.
Okay.
I will boost the damage.
Okay.
And it has 11 points.
So I'll max him out, but
I'm still doing legacy. I might take that off.
6.
6 to my
Oh,
work.
wait, yeah, so. No.
Yeah.
Dice -4. 6 to your 1.
Okay. That does get the left arm.
No!
So head, cortex, and movement are up. But it also does mean no more shield. I have 7 boxes left. It's arm 20 now.
The good thing is that sticks and stones. So sticks and stones order
How many boxes does this thing have? You know, oh look, keep doing your thing.
So
Sorry.
here's the big thing is if you pop him, your upkeeps go away.
Nice! Love it.
So he's kind of fun.
Is it every phantasm or just him? Oh, they all have annoyance. He's got Death Void. That's the thing. Within 5. Within 5. I can.
We're going to go there. There's no way I'm reaching him.
From there to there. All right, a -2.
So he just goes 5.
on a
Matt
13,
6 goes
so
up
he
to
has
8.
What? 6 up to 8. That's right.
He's in my way now.
Was it?
He has no,
But then I give him my initials.
he has no melee range.
Yeah, but he's in my way. I wanted to be right there. What a little turd. That's right, come
2 inches.
come a little bit closer. You're my kind of madcap, so big and so strong. Bump him within 2.
Big fella. Yeah. One guy, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna
right.
throw the bomb.
Def 10,
Hey, I hit.
surprise,
How 12?
arm 20. 1 point.
1 point to the
8 as well. So I need a 5.
One to the 6.
6 inches.
6 inches. Oh, -4.
Oh, you suck.
You blast damaged me. Sorry, I forgot. You're right. Thank you for the off-camera
I'm
help.
gonna do some D4, D3 imps. D4 imps. 3 imps.
That's rude. I just, that's why I wanted that guy, did too. Could you stop spawning dudes?
What's your base power? Insight to 9.
The F does Fortune's Path, dude. That's a bonus for you because I'm triggering it next turn. Yeah, it's +1 to your attacking damage rolls. That's gonna hurt, but
So you're 11, that's a
I have to turn all of those guys into goo.
probably did. Nope. Not like that.
Sorry, you mispronounced Razor Wind?
No, 5 hits.
That kills one guy. No, I kill one guy. I couldn't kill one guy with the cannon earlier. I'll be lucky if I kill one guy now. Ideally, sure, I do slam him into him. I deal collateral. Everything's funny.
1 point.
But I got stuff to do. I got things to murder and stuff to do. Skin and Bones has Relentless, doesn't it?
You got the pistol and the flame jet.
Oh, you did 10 damage to it.
Rat 7.
The Skin and Bones, yeah. Yeah, I did an impressive amount of damage to it. But did like negligible to him.
Only armor 20.
20 against the range.
How am I out of freaking caskets again?
It's 5.
Because you just spawned 3 of them.
have too many of them.
Yeah,
You don't have the mods,
stop.
you can't play them.
Overtake with
That is actually the thing.
I actually
Yeah.
play it. I play that role. I gotta go buy some.
No, you have.
on the shelf.
I know you have more. They're hiding
don't.
somewhere.
take that
I
shot.
don't. I checked my bag. I think I lost some.
comes
of
with
them.
3, I thought.
No, they come with 2.
Yeah, and you bought a bunch more. I
And I
thought.
bought like I could have sworn I had about 10, but I
so,
definitely
too.
don't have 10.
5 melee. And 5.
Rolling around in foam somewhere.
Yeah, I actually think that's legit what it is.
We're gonna go that direction somewhere.
Is he outside of 14? I think he actually is, because I think he'll get his full movement.
He is outside of 14,
But
I'm
then he's still
minus
-2 for the thing.
So I rolled a 3, so I have 6 inches.
Oh, you didn't charge.
I just flew 7.
4. Yep. So that'll be range. Close to hit.
He's outside, so he gets his full movement. 3.
3.
Was it the monkey?
Soaks it.
Monkey.
Love it.
5. 5.
Hits.
Dance like the monkey you are, dance!
There we go. That's the
That monkey does disturbing
Am
things.
I within 3 inches of the next guy? Do you even
What
have your
kind of thing that monkey do? Dance, monkey, dance. And that was a run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a monkey right.
5.
hits?
Remind me of the monkey.
3.
What monkey?
Total of $5.
I can't follow
And
it.
8 to go with.
Oh, what
Love
is
Labyrinth,
the Malady Man monkey? What Malady Man monkey?
1 left.
Remember the babe, what babe? The
Babe with the power. What power? The power of hoodoo. Hoodoo. You do. Do what? Remind me of the babe. Snip, shag, snip, and poppy tails.
Oh, such a good movie. The cod piece, the epic cod piece.
Starring David Bowie's cod piece. And David Bowie, as it turns out.
What?
Yeah, he was in the movie too. Do you know he won an Emmy for Best Supporting Actor? Because he was supporting that cod piece the whole time.
Oh, well done. I was like, wait, how did you get an Emmy for
And
your
demonetized.
movie? I'm trying to figure out how you got an Emmy.
We're not going to talk about that.
It's an Oscar.
That is an Oscar. It's an Academy Award.
There you go.
The award was his cod piece.
My nieces are in town and they wanted to watch Top Gun. I was, you want to see another
new one?
movie? Yeah. You want to see another movie, with Jennifer Connelly? It's better, called the Labyrinth.
3.
Forget you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she stood opposite.
Did you move him too far, or did he run?
I'm running.
Does that mean he doesn't armor up? No, it's always an armor
that's
bubble,
correct.
right?
I can give the corpses before. So I give the corpses and then I ran.
Yeah.
Yeah, the armor is an aura that's always there.
Rude.
It's not an action.
I might be.
So there was no reason for you to walk.
Unless he's gonna bash something with a bell.
Unless I was
which
going to try
rarely
and
happens.
charge something.
Ah. Well, you also couldn't charge, so
Then yes, you could.
Or, yeah.
you're -2 speed, and you couldn't charge, and you couldn't trample, and you couldn't slay. Ekaterina was just like, nah, brah.
So mean. My brother is looking at new Mark IV armies. He's trying to get excited.
Oh.
And he needs a Mark IV army to get excited. And he's a big control player. And after looking at all the different casters,
Zarkova 3 is pretty good.
That's what he went with. He's like, it's ECAT. ECAT does what I want.
Cat does.
I can throw it.
So he's buying into Winter Korps.
Winter Korps.
9 and 13 inches.
Milo's going to show me a picture. She hasn't done that yet.
Oh, she was also going to come check out her setup at some point. Talked about it weeks ago.
Up against it, which
Something else we haven't talked about a lot on stream, but
All right, man.
our setup is a thing. That's it.
It's the best I can
Well,
do.
feet's going to drop, cover's going to drop. You also did not trigger Avenging Force again? Oh no, hold on. Did you want to finish these? Do these guys?
9. We need a 4 to hit that guy.
You know what? I don't know, man. Maybe I don't.
Do you just want to run them?
Come back and it's like
Get him out of the way?
I can't. Well,
You can run this guy. You can pull him out.
I guess. Yeah, armor 21.
Or do you want him? Because he is still -2 speed because you're activating the unit in my control.
Damiano.
Go to there.
To here?
15.
And where do you want him?
That way. That's,
Like this?
Boost the hits.
look at those guys.
Why are you spinning?
You're in so much trouble.
No, because you challenge.
Awesome.
And then you're doing a shot and boosting a hit.
Okay.
You don't have to fight.
Now you're done. So now this stuff goes away. So you have popped Shroud. You have popped Ill Omens. So you still have
Fortune's
Path
Labyrinth,
and
Power
Labyrinth.
Swell, Sacrifice.
You get
Hits. Hey, we crit 2. We knock him down for the next shot.
Okay, so for Sacrifice, I have to kill him before I trigger that.
No. Sacrifice.
No, but it'll heal everybody. No, that's...
It's you do damage to my Warlock now. Sacrifice changed.
Oh, I have to damage your Warlock to trigger Sacrifice?
Sorry, you play this card when a friendly Grymkin Warlock is damaged by an enemy attack. After the attack is resolved, remove all damage from friendly Grymkin models in the Warlock's control range.
Oh, well then...
It's an anti-assassination.
It is. Well, so in that case, we're triggering Fortune's Path and Labyrinth this turn.
Attack. Anything but hit.
Not that I had a whole lot of say in that, since I'm not targeting the... I'm not targeting her. I just don't have the stuff to do it.
Rob, did you purposely not move Isaiah?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
9 boxes.
He's trying to line up a shot here. I can't stop that.
The blast damage won't hurt anything.
So, okay,
At
let's...
some point, you will cross the threshold.
The threshold! Take us to the threshold! Wow, that is an old movie. It's almost 20 years old. Did you know that? It's almost 20 years
I
old.
actually like that movie.
It is. It's good, but it's almost 20 years old. It turns 20 next year.
It does?
Yeah.
I heard he's making a new one.
Sweet. About time.
You know what I saw? Yeah, so at the movies last night, the preview I saw, I was very sad. But Meg 2.
Yeah, that's a thing.
The first one was so bad, I never saw it. I just assumed he punched a Megalodon in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens or not.
How did you go see? Why did you go see?
He didn't see Meg 2.
It was a preview.
Oh, you saw a preview of
We
it.
saw No Hard Feelings, which is actually really funny. But yeah, it was a preview to that. And it was more Jason Statham kicking multiple Megalodons.
I saw him kick a Megalodon in the nose.
Yep. He does that.
So, power-ups, because all of my remaining Warjacks do have functioning cortices. I can't repair him. I can't Old Faithful him either.
Then I could have had the angel charge.
Because it would be remove damage, and I can't have damage removed.
Attack your jack.
Grievous.
Actually, that's a goofy question. How does Grievous read specifically?
You cannot use Old Faithful.
Cannot be healed.
Yep.
So it's not heal, though.
removing damage is the same as healing.
Okay.
You cannot heal or have damage removed. I also have an entropic force bubble right there.
Yes. Okay. I wanted to double check. I didn't think it was the case, but
Charge my 10 inches.
Good
I've
to double
seen
check.
dumber stuff.
Overtake to it.
All right, so what is happening this
Only got
turn?
one attack on
Dance, magic dance.
You're triggering
Unless I
Labyrinth.
strike the other 2 dead.
Still a power.
and Fortune's Path.
That would only be a power.
Fortune's Path will trigger when I do what?
What, 18 down to 9.
Miss.
To 10.
Oh, of course I'm going to miss. I'm Andrew.
Blinks a couple of damage.
God, that's not even a question anymore.
This angel over here. It's in range of charging.
And as we're looking at this going into the bottom of 3, just a quick reminder, we've got at most a half hour left in this stream. We will wrap it up at 9:15 local time, regardless of what happens here in the game. We like to wrap it up and keep these at 3 hours max, even though we had a little late start because Brandon still has never showed up. Brandon.
That's right, Brandon, hopefully you watch this and not realize the error of your ways. So allocations. Oh, so upkeep spells.
Remember, if you blow up the big fat guy, they
Within
all go
5, yeah.
Or no, not 8.
I'm planning on killing him. I don't think he'll be within 5, though. Yeah, nah. I don't think he'll be within 5.
He's the large, the snowman guy, and the rat is
It does.
Need a little
Yeah, little rat right down there.
It's about the same as what you're doing.
Trying to boost the hit.
There's an armor 17 down to 9 up to 11. That's up.
things of your dreams. There's the snowman made out of pumpkin.
I mean, what you get a lot
Well,
of
I have the gourd horde.
4 plus 7.
Well, no, that's not the border.
Do I try to roll
Oh, it's
sevens
not?
or do I try to
Oh, yeah, you're
boost the
right.
hit?
Is there a landing zone over here? There is.
Fantastic.
No, sir.
There is if I move my mechanic.
I just love the fact that the Kador hat it's wearing is bigger than the Kador's Kador hat.
How close am I if I blow him up that he, oh, that's if only if I
Your
knock him
turn,
down.
Yeah, don't knock him down and he just dies.
Okay.
I'm gonna go home before I don't have the energy to drive.
Take care.
This guy?
See ya. You guys are in the way for what I want to have happen here, which is weird.
You're rolling perfect
Monkey.
line across this turn.
Does the monkey give me minus to my attack roll, or is it just silly defense?
This one's
No, it's minus to your attack roll if you're within 2 inches of it.
Okay, so yes.
Or, I'm sorry. If you,
It's annoyance, right?
no,
It's not. It's
better
monkey
than-
bite. It's actually better.
I think it's within 2, but it used to be.
you had to do it.
Yeah, while in melee.
There's 3 models. You need to get 3 attacks.
So
you
if
move
While
you're
he's in-
melee or melee,
Okay.
minus 2 to attack.
that dice off that much. It's not like
That's
you kill
rough.
them in one shot each. Even then,
You can make him stationary first.
He'll be dead if I do that.
So that's up 7.
Hey, I hit crit.
This is a melee.
Pale pink mist of monkey.
I don't know if you survive the turn, so we're gonna drop it. We're gonna drop Banishing Ward. There's no reason for it to be up right now. We are gonna upkeep
17.
Avenging Force.
Needing a double 6 to hit. Yeah, it's not covered from attacks outside. I just put it covered.
Oh, thank you. That's like, what are you talking about?
See what needs to happen. I need to cast Superiority. I need to cast Invocations. I don't think I need to Iron Flush anybody. Yes, I do.
Last attack.
That's why I cast it. Was because I
7's at off 4, still killing 1. It's not bad. Maybe 2, but you need 2 attacks to hit first, and you're going to miss half your attack.
I mean, I will have all the focus I need later, but am I going to get it up in advance?
Killing 1 is perfect.
Is the Great Bear with the mace
You're psyching me up saying, hey,
No.
His right and left arm are gone.
Yeah, both arms are gone.
So he's going to go around and go bing, bing, bing.
I mean, that mace is still pound 19. I'm still going to do damage. It's just
Probably
hitting.
could have had Veil and got insight on everything.
no, I couldn't. Because I needed the spray to get rid of all the halberdiers.
and can't Old Faithful.
Could have do that.
Not Old Faithful.
And then the spray 8 still would have hit. I thought you were going to spray this guy when you
What's the def on these dudes?
13.
13?
and then 8. Maybe you don't get the guy at the very back that you didn't kill anyway.
I need boxcars.
He barely gets the front three.
Or dice.
Yeah.
4, 6, 9 with 1-inch reach or 2-inch reach?
They power lead.
On an armor 12 cast.
1-inch reach. So that means 10, which is I should be outside of are this Great Bear and that Skin and Moans within 10. I don't think they are. I'm gonna pick him up.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm gonna just pick him up real quick.
We are outside of 10.
We are outside of 10.
Just by a smidge.
Yeah, I figured. I just want to double check. All right. So that means
There's no way they're getting to
do that. I don't.
She is incredible. That's.
I'm gonna spend a lot of time in the tank on this turn, apparently.
Oh no!
You'll get collateral damage.
Okay. Add invocations, and then what is the?
Push forwards in to be a threat.
So you're not within an inch of your cover.
How many boxes does that Great Bear have left? He has 7. He's not. Okay, cool. That answers my question, I think. So she's gonna give out 1 focus. Oh, I'm gonna have that'll work. So she's gonna give a focus to this guy. So let's do some things. She doesn't need to be that far forward anymore, so she's going to go ahead and make sure she stays outside of 13 of that Skin and Moans.
I can't teleport your caster.
I know, but we're still going to stay outside of 13. We're going to go and walk
no, but I have the
into here.
And these guys have relentless charge.
We're going to go ahead and spin 2 to cast Superiority on this guy.
He could pop over there and attack by us, but
Yeah, well, I was going to get my jack of sail and come over here and tell you guys back.
that was what I was seeing is how far can he walk?
Oh yeah, he's not going to.
No, this guy.
I can assure you right now, that's not happening.
Because you've got things to do this turn. So we're going to Superiority him. We're also going to spend 3 to cast Invocations of Wrath.
So he's got
Wherever my little thing ran off for. All right. So she is camping 0, and we are going to go ahead and pop Power Swell to give her 1. I don't think you're doing anything to her, but just in case. All right. So now the easy stuff. We're going to activate this unit of what's it called? It's going to move to here. And they're going to go here to be within 6. Yeah. So we're going to do 2 empowers here.
Sounds good.
hand road to what out of there.
And then this guy is going to Razor Wind this dude.
Defense 13.
So I'm a 5 looking for an 8 and looking for an 8. It's 3 dice drop the lowest. So this one. I will hit on a 10. This guy over here. I will hit with an 11. Pow 12 on both.
Armor 4, don't snake eyes.
First guy.
Got him.
And second guy. No! No! God bless America. Here's this guy back. Dude. It's one guy. I will live. Ekaterina picks up a focus from that because long shadows.
That's rough, buddy.
It really do be. All right, so because I forgot this was the thing, we're going to make this work. Volkova's going to go. She's going to declare a charge. I'm pretty sure she's range 2 with her melee. She totally is.
Defense 12.
Okay, so she's a 7. I'm looking for a 5 to hit. I'm under thingamajigger. So I'll hit with a 7. It's POW 13. That will trigger Battle Wizard. Oh, I forget. She has Apparition every time.
I get a corpse.
Oh, well. Yeah, well, Battle Wizard, that's why I did that. So We're going to go ahead and ancillary attack this guy.
Sounds good.
So he's going to take a shot, POW 15, straight at the madcap.
Defense 13.
I'm a 5, looking for an 8. 3 dice drop the lowest. I will hit with an 8.
Sounds good.
So he'll be knocked down, but he can't be, and then he'll take a POW 16. What's his armor? And are you? I'm pretty sure you're within death now.
That is first madcap. Armor 15.
Yeah, totally within death now. So 17?
Armor 17.
Dice off 1. No! 2? Are you serious? Seriously? Bruh. I've shot a madcap with heavy cannon twice, and it's just like, I guess. I am super upset about this, actually.
Supposed to be like absorbing the force type things. They're not gonna work.
Okay.
You have answers.
I do. It's still frustrating. So, we're going to go ahead and activate this unit Arcanist next.
And then you're supposed to get a lot of work.
They're going to walk. This guy's going to walk. He's speed 6. Yes.
Your heavy's really hard.
Melee range on the death knell is 2.
2 inches.
I'll have the shepherd run. Oh no, it can't run. It's just a full advance, so it can't.
Okay, so he's outside of 2.
Sounds good.
Attack both zones so it can control more.
Cool. So let's do the things, because he doesn't have a melee range.
That's correct.
I'm engaging, but that means, well, since I'm engaging, you'll still get the bonus, won't you?
If you shoot him, yes.
Actually, do I have a melee attack? I don't. We're not engaged.
We're just standing
We're
next to each
standing there looking at each other. That's pretty. Okay, so let's do some stuff. First thing I'm going to do is actually this guy is going to go ahead and spray your madcap.
Sounds good.
The 10-inch line is going to clip this dude.
Sounds good.
So,
Defense 12.
Def 12, I'm a 5 looking for a 7. 3 dice drop the lowest. I'll hit with a 9. And then this guy. Defense what?
13.
You're looking for an 8. I will hit with an 11. So it's POW 12.
Back to armor 15.
Dice off...
3.
Wait, you're not getting his bonus?
17. Sorry. 17.
Dice off 5. Okay, 4 points. That'll get him. Unless he's got tough or something else. I am going to pick up... Is he living or is he a construct?
He's living.
I will pick up a focus with long shadows for Ekaterina.
I get a corpse.
Ekaterina is going to have more focus on offer activation than she'd start the game with. It's about to happen. I'm about to live like the dream. We're going to do this guy next. He's going to spray the skin and moans, and we're going to clip that guy then.
13 and 13.
So we're looking for an 8 on 3 dice drop lowest. That's an 8. POW 12. And then over here, looking for an 8. And that is a 10. POW 12 with crit amp. I do not crit.
I'm 21.
Dice off 9. No damage. And then this guy is going to spray this dude. Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Yes. So, I can get all 3.
A line to get all 3.
Yes.
No matter what.
All right, so 12, 13, 12?
12, 13, 12.
Okay. So looking for a 7, 8, 7. So 7 hits on an 11. 7 hits on an 11. 7 hits on a 12. And they were all living?
They were all living.
Ekaterina picks up 3 more focus. And she's having a good time right now. Did I leave space for me? I did. Good. We're going to activate him. He's going to go and take a leisurely stroll of 4 inches because he's the fastest guy ever. 2, 3, and 4. And he's going to stay toe in the zone. We're going to go ahead and take a shot into the skin and moans. I'm going to boost the hit. It's momentum, so I'm just going to knock you down. But 4 dice drop the lowest. I'm a 5 looking to hit an 8. I will hit you with 15.
I'm 21.
It's a POW 16. We're going to boost the hit. You are knocked down now. Like actually, because you're not stumbling drunk, you jerk. POW 16, we're going to boost damage. So 3 dice, dice off 5. It's going to be. I can do 4 to your 4. Okay.
Actually, I can stand him up with Crane. He's fine.
Mechanic's going to go.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, I parked you within 5. That's rude of me.
Force you have to use crane to be able to move.
Nah, so we'll do you later. Okay. Oh, da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. This officer's gonna go. He's just gonna aim and shoot this guy. So I'm a 7. I'm a 7 up to a 9, looking for a 4. And I think he's outside of 14 now. He is. So I'm looking for a 4 on 2 dice. Boxcars will hit POW 12.
And can you hand me my little token?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay. And then he is also going to go ahead.
Does it still get like +4 to the
He's going to give these guys over here Swift Hunter.
Oh, shoot.
The Shock Trooper Gunners.
Sounds good.
I wanted to hand out.
I think he has Gladiator.
Yeah, I think they gave it
So his trample is a 14.
This is where it gets a little weird, because I want this guy to get on the flag, because they have no other solos in that area.
The Skin and Moans is already engaging this dude, so that's rough. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, hit the deck though. You know,
All right, so we're going to go and activate the Winter Korps infantry.
they're not targets for blast.
This guy's going to move. He's -2 speed because of the terrain.
So that's fine.
So he's speed 3.
His defense.
1, 2, and 3. And he'll end over here. And then the 2-inch placement.
Yeah, 12. I was out of my
No, but I don't want Damiano to be in bad spots.
Do I have combined melee? I don't think I do. I think it's only combined range.
Allocate 1.
Totally just combined range. We're just going to throw dice at this problem and hopefully it goes away. The whole unit will not be in the zone, unfortunately. Okay, and then the flag's out over yonder. We'll put you here. All right, so they'll do that. We're going to go ahead and start with this guy with a hand weapon into the monkey. What is the monkey's defense? Base?
Base is 14.
So up to 16 because of your attack silliness. I'm a 5 up to a 6. I need a 10. So we're looking for a 10 on 3 dice drop the lowest. So number 1 hand weapon.
No, I don't.
No.
Fortune's Path.
Yep. Number 2 hand weapon. Miss. Number 3 hand weapon is going to be this guy over here. He'll miss. We're going to do this guy here.
I just don't know
If I could roll any 10, please. Just
to get
this auto gunner. He will hit with a 10. POW 9.
kill that guy.
Monkey's not too tough. Armor 12.
Dice off 3. How many boxes?
None. 1.
I don't want to hit him and kill my own guy.
Dice off 3.
cannon gun. That's only 2-inch.
Dice off how much?
Dice off 3. All right, last guy here needs a 10 to hit. He will hit with a 10.
Dice off 3.
Dice off
2
3.
times in a row.
Oh, that's enough. Yay.
Everyone.
And now the flag. The flag shoots that gas imp.
Defense 12.
5 up to 6 because of inspiration. Looking for 6 to hit. 3 dice drop the lowest.
If I don't hit you directly.
I will hit with a 7.
So that's unfortunate.
POW 11.
Use that for that. But there we go.
Oh my god! Alright, well now that madness is over, the Shock Trooper Gunners are going to go. They're going to go ahead, take a leisurely stroll. They're speed 5.
And on stream again, we got a 10-minute warning here. We're going to end the stream at 9.
Let me just knock all these guys over back here. Nudge gate.
10 minutes.
You've got a lot of resources to do it.
Pretty good.
I do.
This guy is now armor 7. He's armor 15.
Does this guy? 2.
That'll do
He's only
that.
past 16. His gun is good. Perfect.
Okay, so let's do some shots.
Yeah.
So they all moved to there. We're gonna do some sprays. We're gonna go and start here into the Madcap.
Sounds good.
That 10-inch should also clip the Crabbit.
You're good. Defense 13.
And am I within 14? That guy's probably not.
No, Angelos are super broken now.
I only think the one guy is actually. So
Their only weakness is Matt.
So I'm a 6. You def what?
Need a 7.
Looking for a 7 on that guy. Hits, and the Crabbit's a def 14?
13.
Also looking for a 7. Hits, so both hits. It is POW 13s, I believe. I haven't hit with them yet this game. I haven't looked. So POW 13s.
Arm 17.
Arm 17. So against that guy, and you double checked? Yeah, you've got plenty of damage. Dice off 4.
2 of them are plus 2.
7 points. Okay. And then against the Crabbit. Crabbit's straight? Or no, dice off 2 because of
14.
death knell, right? 14 total?
Yeah.
Dice off 1. Crabbit is going to take 7 to the 2.
So boost a hit, bonus attack, boost a hit.
Did you do the boss?
It wasn't. No one was within 3 inches.
We're going to go ahead and do a spray over here.
I think you're within 10.
I don't think the line is set up for... No, it is.
Yeah, you're good.
I hit the Crabbit. So we're going to do a spray there.
13.
Skin and Moans, and then the Crabbit. He is also outside, so we're just looking for hard 7s. Against Skin and Moans. No. Against the Crabbit. Yes. Dice -1 for the Crabbit. Is 3 to 3. Okay. This guy is going to go ahead and target this guy, and it should only be him and him. I don't think I can hit my own guy.
No, I think you can. You're good. Defense 13.
Yeah, we're kosher. All right. If I don't bump my own dudes. All right. He is within Invocations of Wrath, so he'll get 3 dice, drop the lowest. So looking for a 7 on guy number 1.
Got him.
Hits.
Need a 7.
And then guy number 2. Miss with a 4. I didn't Swift Hunter the guys.
You can Swift Hunter him.
This guy Swift. Actually, no, that is just this dude. So he'll Swift Hunter backwards, and then we're going to reposition. We're going to tow the zone. It's going to go this way.
Judging with the bicycle.
He's going to go this way.
Forge hammer, hanging out. Gets it.
All right.
1 damage.
He's going to go. He's going to walk. So we're going to go ahead.
Come at me, bro.
This guy's gonna go.
He's speed 4. He gets up to here. I'm not going to touch or bulldoze anyone. All right, so let's do stuff. We're going to try to hit the Skin and Moans with the mace. We're going to go boost my to hit.
2 dice.
With 3 dice, drop the lowest. So, 3 dice, drop the lowest. I'm an 8. I should double check that actually. Gray Bear's a 7. I'm sorry. So I'm a 7. Looking for a 6. I do have crit smite. I will hit with a 9. I will not crit. POW 19.
Armor 21.
Dice off 2 on 1 die. 3 to your 6.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, 3 to my 6?
Yep. We're going to try to shield the little dude down there. What's his defense?
13.
I need a 6 to hit you with my shield. Miss.
You get an extra dice.
No, shield's out too.
Oh, 2 dice, drop the lowest.
I didn't read that first one. Good call.
No.
That's what the counter
And then I think I don't have pistol. I do have pistol in the cannon, so we'll go ahead and try first. No, because then I need a 7 on 1 die. Can't do it. Cool. So he's done.
Careful reconnaissance for the worst usage ever.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and activate This gentleman, oh no, you need to go first.
Well, no. Well, if I hit you, I get knocked down and don't suffer blasting.
He's just going to run to get out of the way. And you're going to stay over here to be in the way to keep you alive.
Yes.
Now we're going to activate this gentleman. He's going to go ahead and declare a charge against your Cage Rager. Speed 5 up to 6. I can move 9 inches.
Has no impact.
Really?
Yep.
I thought if you're knocked down, you don't count
So,
as contesting
1 to charge.
Or holding a scenario.
Nope.
Absolutely.
So we're going to bump you here.
You're knocked down.
I'm going to push you 2 inches back.
Knockdown made it so you're incapacitated.
You still count.
And then we're going to finish my charge out to here.
Inert warjacks, wild warbeasts
So, I've got...
are the only things that don't count.
All right, we're going to hit you with my blasting fist. You're deaf sad. 10?
10.
I'm a 7. We're looking for anything but on 3 dice drop the lowest. I tried. No crit. I will hit with a 5 though.
Sounds good.
I am POW 17.
21. Dice minus 4.
Dice off 4. It's auto boosted for the charge.
21.
Off 3 to his 1. Okay. The gun spools up. The grinder is 2d3 for 5 shots. Oh, I'm also plus 2 med. It didn't matter anyway. Okay, so shot number 1, India. 5 shots, right? Yeah, 5. So shot number 1. I am rat 5. You're def 10 up to 14 because I don't have pistol. Need a 9. Need a 9. I'm a 5. So 9 number 1. Nice.
Yay!
Miss. Shot number 2. Hits on an 11. It's POW 12 up to 14.
Dice minus
7. I'm just going to let it. 1 point to your 2. Shot number 3, looking for that 9. Nope. Shot number 4, looking for that 9. Hits on a 9. Same thing, so dice off 7.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's
No damage. And last shot
the only other thing that I was thinking.
needs a 9. I will hit with boxcars. There's no crit. Dice off 7. No damage. All right, we're going to go ahead and bind attack with the blasting fist.
It actually has the exact same.
I'm very worried about them,
Got crit knockdown if it matters. Does matter. I'll knock you down, I guess.
Sounds good.
There's probably going to freak out.
Dice minus 4, I think you said?
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and boost that damage.
I'm just saying the actual model itself has the exact same weapon.
I bumped the camera real bad.
10 to the 3.
I'll take that.
Got it.
Okay, and he's done. Everyone's gone. Go ahead, sir.
So we are not going to get through my turn.
Well, no, we can keep. The stream ends technically right now, actually. So,
Yep. So thank you for watching the stream. We are going to wind it down. The game is going to continue here in the real world, but in the virtual world that you are watching this in, we are going to end it because we do like to cap these at 3 hours, even if a player didn't show up, Brandon. But as they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and send us out. So if you are watching us, feel free to join us anytime you would like. We are down in Littleton, Colorado, here at Enchanted Grounds. We play every Wednesday from about 4 till the close, which is 10 o'clock here. So you're always welcome to come down and join us. And if you can't join us physically, then please hit us up in Twitch every time. Join us in chat. Play with us there. And hit us up in YouTube as well. Hit those likes, subscribe. Let us know what you're doing and what you like to see.
We'll just kind of rehash also the announcements we made earlier. Just want to say again, we will be at Gen Con here in 2 weeks. Looking forward to that and sharing some information about Gen Con once we're there. And just again, as a quick reminder, for Warfare Weekend, coming up in the first weekend in November, we will be there recording and commenting on games to get them out on the world, in the internet, on the world. If I can talk. Talking's hard. I'm already losing. So everyone, thank you so much for all joining us this evening. We hope you all have a fantastic week, and we will catch you next Wednesday to more or less celebrate actually our 1 year anniversary as a stream.
Absolutely. All right.
So thank you very much, everyone.